Good morning from Alma, Missouri again. After the Alma, Missouri series finished up, I found myself playing on the map quite a bit, and I found myself playing on this farm specifically. This farm is located down near the bottom left-hand corner and encompasses this whole area, so you only have to buy one plot of fields. I also found myself using some Case IH equipment with some interesting bits and pieces here and there. For example, I'm using a little bit of an older combine harvester, the 2008 2588 V2, using BC Bueller's Mack truck. A couple very typical medium tractors. We got the Puma 240 with the big engine and the Magnum 7150, also with the big engine, and Giant's version of the Farmall 1066. Also got some other goodies as well. I've got a Case IH version of the Fast Bale. Of course, we have the 6MT plow. That's the one you want. And then we have a few pieces from the Kubota pack for our sprayers that are debranded. For grass equipment, at least right now, we're running all Vermeer. Thank goodness we've got a Vermeer tedder, which makes this a little bit easier, but the mower and the windrow, or merger rather, are all from the DLC. I'm not quite sure how the Puma's going to work with the big seeder, or the planter rather, from Case IH, but we're going to use Custom Modding's version because it's the best. And then we have this guy, dually version of Agritolno's 3500, the Silverado. This is the crossplay version that you guys see here, so no matter what you're on, well, you could play. And actually, I have the Silverado 1500, and this is the exact color that my truck is. Fish it up with Mack Trucker 921's big old 40-foot trailer with the gooseneck, which doesn't quite line up with this truck specifically. Works great with the 2020, but you know what? We're using it. Alma, Missouri gives you 50 cattle when you start off, so I've decided to sell those, and I got 50 of the ones that I wanted. I think it gives you quite a few in each different setup, but we just went with one setup. That way, it's nice and easy. However, we still got a lot of work to do. When we started the last series, we owned a lot of stuff. We had a lot of farm equipment and all of this and big stuff. And here, we're gonna go more towards like the medium style. Today, we're gonna be harvesting, we're gonna be mowing, and we need to feed our cows. So let's go over here first with the Mack. I've got the TLX Phoenix Series water tanker on the back of it. And we'll open this up. Not very often that you have to give your cows water, so this is a little bit of a different thing for me. You might be able to see down at the bottom right hand corner of your screen, but I have modified the animal pens ever so slightly. So now all of the food capacities are 1 million liters, and we can hold up to 5,000 cows in here. However, hopefully that doesn't happen. Oh, what up, cow? Additionally, the cow pastures on this field or farm, it takes up a lot of space. Like, here's the two fields that we have, and here's the two cow pastures. There's also like a little miniature third one right there. I'm thinking about plowing these up and making those grass fields. But for now, let's get a little bit of harvesting done. I do love this combine harvester so much. I have used this one in the past, but it's been maybe about a year or so since we've shown this off in a Let's Play. I think the last time I utilized this was on Stone Valley back at the beginning of 2022, something like that. Nothing too wild and crazy. I figured it would be nice if we just went with a simple oats and grass harvest for our first setup. Should be nice and easy. We will bale all of that straw up and we will collect it. By the way, the trailer that we have, that's actually a bale auto loader, which should make picking all this straw up pretty simple. The big plan on this farm is to plant things and create things that we can use. Maybe not so much selling. Of course, we're going to be selling the milk from the cows and maybe that kind of thing, but like slurry, manure, which by the way, I think I need to put down a manure pit. All of that stuff, we will probably be just selling the final product. But I think we need to be using as much of the stuff that we make or grow as we can. So the oats, I'm not quite sure what we could do with this other than just selling it. But the straw, of course, we use that for animals, for bedding, or anything like that. All right, let's hire him up on a worker and let him do his thing. This is where I'm very interested because I don't know if this can actually mow. The mower says that it doesn't require much more horsepower, or much less horsepower than this has, so it should work. But IRL, I'm not quite sure I would hook these two up together. I mean, it works, but it does look a little bit silly back there. We are eventually gonna need some hay as well, so we may as well use this for doing the hay. You know, it's funny, the 7150 almost looks a little bit too big to be mowing. I have gone for the chunky boy tires on the back. It just looks so good. I had to do it. Even though the fields are beside each other, we actually have to go down the road to get to our grass field. We could also go down the pathway that's in the middle of our farm, but this way's easier. I know this mower swings out, but I'm trying to just pull it for now because it'll work just fine if I just pull it like this. See? Working just fine. Probably should have done it the other way. Yeah, this seems to be working much, much better. So with this field right here, I'm not 100% sure how we're gonna do this yet. We need grass because we need hay. We also need grass because we need silage. We need all of those things. And I'm not quite sure which order to get them in. I guess we should see what we have and maybe what we need. Got a little bit too close to the side there. The map does start us off with some default food, so we have 15,000 liters of hay and 7,200 liters of grass. So I say we probably need to run some silage at some point. Yeah, we definitely need to run some silage at some point. And the mowing is done. Let's fold it up, and this time I am gonna cheat and skirt right through our land. Hey! Combine's done. That means we get to do a little bit of baling. Also, I think for the grass, I think we're gonna have to do some hay. I was looking at this. I don't actually know where silage goes, and I'm a little bit nervous about it. Also, we could just go buy some food, but I'd like to actually make it. Total, we did 15,000 liters of oats, which is pretty good, but I'm not quite sure if now is the best time to sell those or not. So we're gonna put them in the silo. I am using Schultz's underground silo, and here's the thing. Technically, it is underground. How cool is that? I was able to get it to where some of it was under the gravel. I don't know. It's kind of like it just appears into nowhere. Also, header. This is a little bit of a different header. When you put it down, it kind of goes with the flow of the ground, which I was having some problems with on another map. So with this, it's got that, plus it's got a built-in trailer. Oh, I mean, come on. How cool is that? Now, because a recent update to this baler right here makes it to where the larger bales are, well, in fact, larger, I've decided that we're just gonna make 20 or 125 centimeter round bales. I feel like this way it's gonna be a little bit easier. Shouldn't have any troubles going forward, having any problems. So right now it's just kind of sensing how fast it needs to go. Also, there is an option where if you cut the lights on, you can kind of see where to pick up. It really makes this a bit of a game changer, if I'm honest. There you go. Plopped it out. Boom, done. All right, let's get this thing baled up. It's so funny. These bales look super small because normally I don't do 125 bales, but they're 11,000 liters each. Still pretty good. And the last bale is out, and we have made 10 bales. Very cool. All right. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I am gonna go around this grass field once or twice. Maybe we'll get like, I don't know, 3 bales, 2 bales. Just try to get some silage bales and also get some of this grass away from the edge because we're gonna come through and ted this. This is also like my favorite way to use this. So check this out. As we go along, because I've got these red markers that tell me where to go, I can get as close as I want. Basically, this is acting like its own windrow and I don't have to worry about a thing. This is almost cheating. Almost. I didn't say it was. It's almost like cheating, and I got myself into a pickle. Got out. We're good. So last bill's been made, and we've got quite a few of them around. Hit the F1 button. 7. We made 7 silage bills, so that's 77,000 liters. Pretty good. Which means now we get to use this bad boy. Now, as I mentioned, the setup is kind of similar to the one that I've got in real life, but again, it's a GMC Sierra. It's not a Chevrolet. It's not a 3500 either, but it does look pretty cool, just like this guy does. We want to pick up our silage bales and move them to a place where they can ferment. Now, he has set it up to where the bales ferment a little bit faster than they should, which is a great thing. There we go. Auto load up. Yay! We'll have a little bit of fun with this. I figured since we normally use 82 Studios trucks and trailers, let's change it up just a little bit. The map provides us with a lot of, other bales, to say the least. So I think what I'm going to do is just kind of put these with them. Uh-oh, hang on. I don't know what I'm controlling here. There we go. I got it figured out. What you got to do is you got to kind of push some different buttons. The layout's a little bit different, but that's all right. Now we got some straw bales to pick up. These will go directly into our silo. The silo does turn them back into loose, but I kind of wanted to do some baling because I love that baler. So we're doing a little bit of baling. Yay! All right, so check this out. I'm going to go ahead and unload the bales there. There we go. Now we've got them strapped down, and I'm going to drive directly over the silo. The silo should accept these bales. I'm not quite sure how long it's going to take, but it should accept them. Oh, there we go. Told you. And now in here at straw, we have 116,000? Was it 10? Yeah. That's a lot. Now we get to use this. There was just one thing that I am seeing on this. If we go to our help window, we have narrow spreading and wide spreading. Not quite sure what's going on with that or even what that is. So I'm going to select narrow spreading and just going to see what happens. So, okay, narrow spreading. I see that. Let's go to wide spreading. Ah, narrow spreading is what I want. All right, well, that made that easy. This is also why I didn't want to get all the way on the edge of the field, and I think we've got plenty of silage anyway, but we need to get plenty of hay too. The more hay we've got, the better, because we can put some of that in our silo. We can also feed our cows, because they go and get hungry, and we can feed them right now. I honestly can't tell you the last time that I actually did this right here, tedding. I think it was on Court Farms, but I did not do it what you would consider the right way. Yeah, I definitely did not, but we have this time. I also want to say that I'm fully aware that if I'm using that baler back there, this piece of equipment is basically useless for me, but I wanted to use it. How did I miss that? You know what? All right, we're just going to leave it. We're going to leave it where it is. I understand it's completely useless to use this, but you know what? I want to use it. I think it's cool, and I haven't got a good reason to use it yet, so I'm doing it now. Maybe 2 rows of silage will be the move next time, because I'm having a difficult time getting turned around here at the end without hitting the trees. That's a good note for the next one. Also, turning around in the ditch is not exactly what I had in mind either. Yay! Next to last thing we need to do is pick it all up. So let's see how we do with hay. I'm actually not 100% sure if this is gonna wrap it or not. I don't think it will. It shouldn't. I know some of Yosa's new balers wrap. Oh, please don't wrap. Moment of truth. Is it gonna wrap it? Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Yeah! And lastly, all we gotta do is pick up these bales. We will be good to go. Oh, we could probably go sell those oats as well. Might make a little bit of money. We made 2 more bales, I think, here than we did on the silage. Silage is 7. We had 9 right here. Still not too bad. Not after everything that we did today. Not too shabby at all, bringing our total amount of hay up to 89,000. So we've got plenty of straw, plenty of hay. We will have some silage. They do ferment fairly quickly. I think about in the 1/5 of the time as normal silage bales, which is why we're using that baler. So we're 8% of the way there and 7,500 liters each. And that'll be 52,500. So we'll have enough to get some work done, at least there. All right, let's get these oats sold to kind of round it out today. We are going to drop that and pick this up. It looks like there's just a bunch of stuff everywhere, which is kind of nice. So I just started putting my stuff over here. I've also put some of our multi-filling and selling stations, stuff like that. I've put those about the same place as the ones were in the last series, so that I at least feel like I'm on the same map, but doing something a little bit different. So let's head out into the wild for our first little trek into town with this series. Also, I don't remember if I turned off traffic or not. Nope, traffic is definitely still on. One thing I'm very excited about with this series is I don't have to go very far to get into town because the farm's right there. The sell points are right over here, making things super easy for us. Selling station is right up here on the right-hand side, so let's bump out. Let's open that up, and we will get it sorted. This is a different map. Brakes aren't good enough. This is a different map technically than the last series, so this isn't just like piggybacking off of it. There we go. Get our sell on, and good to go. That is super slow. Well, at least the money's good from it. That was a great payday. 52 grand for harvest of that little field. Yeah, this is definitely gonna turn out the way I want. So, Alma, Missouri, We are back, baby. Let's go. Today's gonna be a fun one because we are gonna be plowing up our cows' pastures. I mentioned in the first episode, but the amount of size that we have for these fields that our cattle are in is almost identical to the size of the fields that we have on this farm. So we're going to maybe not double the amount of fields that we have, but we're gonna get in there. And actually, the first thing I'm gonna do is get in there with a mower and see if I can mow the grass that's there so I can make some extra silage. It looks like we can use this grass, but then again, there's been quite a few other farms that we've had where we couldn't. But I'm hoping this will be different. Now, in real life, I'm guessing you probably would not want to mow up where your cows are or even put a cow inside of a tractor. It's just generally forbidden and a good rule of thumb. But it's Farm Sim, and we're, well, ignoring all of that. No rules today. And it doesn't quite matter what happens here. Oh, are we getting grass? Is it putting down? I was putting it down. Let's go, boys. Yeah. Oh, goodness. I do have, there was one, like, mowing mod that I did have on here, but I turned it off. It was like green mowing or something like that where it mows up all the bushes. I think I removed it, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm not quite sure. More or less, where we are mowing, we're going to be coming through and plowing up as well, because some of this grows, some of it doesn't grow. So I guess we'll kind of figure all that out once we get to that point. Yeah, like that. That's going to be a real bad spot to try and mow and plow. So we're not going to do that. It's kind of funny. All the cows are under here, under the shade, like, now the crazy man's got the vroom again. Go, go, go! This will make a fine amount of probably 1.5 bales of silage. But you know what? At least it'll do it. So that's good. There's another thing as well. It's kind of interesting with this farm. We have the farm decoration. Now, if we were to delete that, what it would do is delete these swing sets along with all of the fences as well. We can also get rid of that house, and I think we probably should because it's unfunctional. It also removes like all of this stuff right here. It's all connected. So you can see all the stuff that's there and then kind of go off from it and all the stuff that's over here. So a little bit different. We also have all these buildings and sheds and stuff too. So it'll do all of these fences. I did that in my off-screen gameplay, but it turned out that I forgot where the fences were. There's another way you could do it, at least if you're on PC. You could hit F5, and it'll kind of show you an idea, but I haven't quite figured out how to show where the animal pen stuff is, so we would have to put down our own fences and then delete the fences that are here. It's a bit of a pain for right now. But that doesn't mean that we won't do it later on. So, yeah, stay tuned for that. Let's finish up mowing. Entrance for our second cattle field is right around here on this side. Also, some of these fences could be entered. Like, just walk straight through. I don't know what's going on with that, but, we're all right. Let's close this up so none of the cattle get out and get to mowing. One of the cool things I like about this is the house actually sets itself up as part of the fencing area for this. Let's see if I can maneuver this a little bit better. There we go. I do like it when this mower's directly behind us. Eventually we'll buy one of the case windrows. It's gonna be a lot easier, but for now, this works great because I can get this in and out of these small paddock areas. This is the other area I was talking about right up there. This whole area connects itself if you delete the fences, which kind of makes it nice and easy. And especially if you're not doing cattle, well, it really makes it easy. And just like that, we are done with the mowing, or at least with this little part right here. Now we need to come through and bale all this up. Because it's grass, we are going to turn this into silage. Ooh, cheese grater. Ooh, almost. You got lucky, kitty cow. Kitty cow? Yeah, good enough. All right, let's get in here and bale this up. I have no idea how this is going to work out. We do have our silage additive in here. Let's go ahead and turn that on, turn everything on, and get to... Well, I'm stuck on something. Interestingly, we are making a lot of bale pretty darn fast. Look at that. We already made one. I know they're smaller, but still, it's still pretty good. I mean, come on. This quick bale may be one of the most... one of the greatest mods ever. I mean, look at this. I know exactly where I'm going. I don't have to worry about windrowing anything. It just works. This is super easy. You definitely need to get you one of these. We got 10 bales off of this field, and I've got another half of one in here right now. 10 and a half from the... All right, look, I don't know what I'm hitting. All right, where's the collision? Oh, I see what's going on. The collision goes way past where the gate is. Uh-huh. Yeah, we gonna delete that and put her on down. Let's hit this second field over here. I don't know how many bills we're gonna make on this one, but I'm gonna guess it's probably gonna be like, 10 on the other. Say 7? 7 sounds pretty good. There's one. Well, I said 7. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know how in the world we did that, but it is what it is. Got a couple ideas, and I'm not quite sure how we're gonna do this here, but I'm gonna need your help. Because here's the deal. A lot of these fences, we'll hit F5 again, they've got that extra kind of collision there. Now, when they're closed, they don't, but when they're open, that collision extends. So I need to figure out a way where I'm gonna put up fences. And I think I told you, but I think I'm gonna put the fences up like right on the outskirts where these fences are. And like even when we get down into here, because this fence too, if I can click on it. Oh no, I can't click on that. Oh, interesting. That's a separate fence altogether. Well, that makes things nice and easy. Farm decoration, it's gonna delete a lot of the stuff. So we come through here, we've got that. It's both fences together though. It's like all of the fences in one get deleted. So we have to put down new fences. And then. Oh, this is so confusing. I think for now, at least, the smart thing is going to be to pick up the bales that we have just made, set them aside, and then figure out how in the world we're going to manage inside these fences, or if we're going to manage outside the fences. 20 bales. Oh, yeah, let's go. Stick them over here. This looks like a great spot to put them. Let's see. Can I move them? Yes, we can. We'll put them right there. Oh, bounced them back and drop them. Perfect. All right. There shouldn't be any fermenting going on, but there's already 4%, so that's great. Oh, we should check on the bills that we did yesterday as well. How are we doing over here? 21%. Okay. We're doing pretty good. So this part's going to take a little bit of time and a lot of patience. What we're going to do is we're going to be putting down fencing areas on the outside of the existing fence, so near the outer edges of it. I think we also have these fences to worry about as well, but I don't know if those delete themselves yet or not because, oh no, they do. So you can see the other fences kind of highlight themselves when we select that, so that will be deleted. What about these guys? No, the the swing are clicked up with all the bells over here. Ugh, that's so confusing. So we save our game because we know we will mess up, and then we need to put down fences. Now, the fences that are down right now are these barbed wire fences, but I really like the white fences. I think it just kind of gives like I would say a modern look, but a really beautiful look. So let's do that. Let's jump over here to our landscaping. Nope, decoration and fences. At first, we need to figure out how we're going to get our gate in. The gate needs to open towards the inside, so we're going to have to put it like about in here. I think that would work well. I think here, actually, in this exact spot works really well. So let's go. Si, senor. Got it. It probably wouldn't hurt to have a few more gates as well. For example, like down here, I would have loved to have a gate here. I don't know if we need something that goes out of the road or not, but definitely something that goes like out that way. But then again, it's on a hill. That doesn't look great. But maybe out towards the road. Ooh, that was not what I wanted. Maybe out towards the road would be the way to go here. So let's put something here. Out like that. I think that could work. That could work really well. And it opens in, which is good. Cool. All right, so there's that. Let's do something very similar with this field here as well. So we're just going to kind of do something similar-ish with a gate there. Cool. So that gives us an out there. We need to put a gate here, which is going to go virtually in the exact same spot that the one here is. You know what, though? What if we put the gate over here? And so all of that area in towards that would be where our where everything else is. That's why we won't do that. I think this would work perfect. Yeah, works good enough for me. Cool, there's that. And then we've got this one right here, which goes in. Now we put that about right there-ish. I think that could work. Perfect. Are there anywhere else where we would need a gate? Possibly on this side, but I don't actually know if we would need one here or not. Oh, let's see. Let's put one. I said we were going to do it on the outside, so that would go there. I need a different build because that's not happy at all. This could work. That could work well. That's about everywhere where I think a gate would need to be or work well for. We do have this. I don't know if that's my gate or if that's a different one. I guess there's only one way to find out, isn't there? So it appears that this is not one that I own, especially over here and towards the side. But that is one that I own. So at least that's good to know. So now let's have a little bit of fun. You can see right here it is very unhappy that it is kind of blocking off a couple little spots here. Everything is in red. I'm not even sure if it'll let me place anything down right there. But the thing is, I need it to be right here. Oh, it did let me place it there. Wow. All right. Now we bring this about right here. That'll work. And then we bring this over towards the edge of this shed. How does this do? Oh, okay. Let's see how that works. I think we can get it about right there. Perfect. Now, should we bring it into this building right here? I do have it where it'll snap for me, which makes things a little bit easier. Right there, you know what? I like that. That looks good. Sweet. And then, like I said, the other one's going to delete itself. We are going to leave this fence out. That is not a fence that I want to return for this next little setup. And this whole area right through here is good. So now we need to do this fence. So let's set it up maybe about there-ish. Oh, it won't let me start there, but it'll let me start there. Bring it all the way up to here. We will follow along this fence's line all the way towards the outside and then build it straight around. And if I've done everything correctly, this should snap right on. Yeah, baby, right on there. Cool. All right. Now, here's the thing that this is not very happy with, is trying to snap this in a way where it lines up. Now, that's going to... Oh, well, that does work there. Down here at the very end, I can see that my barbed wire fence does not extend up that way. So, the fence that I've brought down from the house here is going to have to go over. So, we'll... Nope, that is a gate. Oh, what buttons am I pushing? As I was mentioning, it does need to come all the way over, and I think it needs to connect, but we could probably put our own fencing through there, and that may be what I try to do. I don't know. We need to put this here for now. There we go. That'll work for now. And then the fence over here, I'm really not going to worry too much about, because once it's gone, the collision will be gone, and I can piggyback off of that, and we can finish this up. I don't need help with that part, but what I do need is help with this up here. So let's go ahead and hit this part of our fence as well. Again, this shouldn't be too difficult because we're just going to follow around the outside. So about like that. Maybe about like this. Yeah, that could work well. Cool. And then straight over, up near the road, which kind of makes this nice. Might be able to dig that ditch out. And around towards the outside, and it connects. So there we go. There's our white picket fence all the way around there. We have mostly a white picket fence around this field right here, at least everything that's enclosed. So now we should be able to delete the fence that's here. Sell that. Yep. And now we still have our fence. Well, that doesn't look great, but we still have a fence all the way around. We still got a fence around here, and we've got a fence that connects up to there, leading us back around towards here, connecting these two areas for me to mow that up and plow it and do all that fun stuff, and through here as well. I did not hit this fencing area. Should probably hit that, like it was supposed to be there the whole time. Not the most beautiful or elegant little area, but I can't do it the way the modder did. So that's the way it's gonna have to be. But you know what? I'm really happy about all of this. And come to think of it, I wonder if this will let me... What in the world? There we go. Please go this way. Why are you over there? There's nothing over there for you. Come on. Get over here. Nice and easy. Come on. It is not the most graceful ever, but you know what? I got my fence, so we're good. There we go. Oh, yeah, definitely not the most graceful. Man, it would have been cool to put a gate right there. All right, whatever. We're good. And here's my fence around the house. You can't even tell that it's different than the way it was. Other than this area right here. It definitely looks different. There we go, put some bushes down. Now it looks all right. Now all we gotta do is go through there and plow up all the areas that I want to. But unfortunately, we'll have to do that in the next one. Back on Alma, Missouri, episode number 3 of series 2 and all the good stuff. Today is going to be plowing day. We are gonna get into all of our newly created fields. Well, pastures rather, and we are going to plow up an area so that we can plant some grass. I'm looking at this now thinking, if I was a cow, I would just jump over that. It is what it is. Those are the things that got through my head. Let's get in here. Let's get a little bit of plowing done. Turn on create fields and go. Now, that part did not plow up, which is totally fine. I do want to get close to the edge, but not too close because I'm going to have to use that really, really big cedar. I think it's like 12 meters or something like that. Maybe 9. Not quite sure. But we will be getting all of our fields planted and fertilized and all that good stuff today. So it's going to be a fun one. We'll have a good time. I almost forgot that this plow works forwards and backwards, and it actually works a lot better backwards. You can't hire a worker on it, but then again, I'm not hiring a worker on it back here, so we're not too worried about that. But if you flip it around, make it go the wrong way, you basically require 0 horsepower, and you can just fly through. Oh boy, let's go ahead and stop that. It will create fields. I just forgot to turn it on. It also doesn't do the animations backwards. There is that as well. It's kind of disappointing, but I mean, if I can get this done a lot faster, let's go. And just like that, we are done with this field. It's actually really simple to do this. Boom, ba-boom, bam, done. Take a look and see. Well, it's not completely showing up. There we go. We got to change a little bit. You see, it's very comparable to field 39. It's not too bad. And we're going to do all of this area as well. There's actually a couple trees that we're probably going to cut down over there too. There's a couple trees in our way. And the nice thing, because all of this is now one area, it doesn't matter which gate I use. This one will work fine. We could also go in that one over there. It's kind of nice. I like the way that I have done this. Close. Come on. There we go. All right. So a couple of these trees over here, they look great. However, they are a bit in the way of my master plan. So we need to get them cut down. We're going to utilize a few things here. The first one is going to be the mobile wood selling point. We want to put that down right there. And we're going to need a chainsaw. We got a cow over here doing the moonwalk. That'll do the trick. We are going to get ourselves a little bit of wood cutter. So let's get in here. That was easy. Too easy almost. Let's knock that out again. About right there. Do want to make sure that I can see exactly where the stump is. I can see good enough where the stump is. Oh, that's the same tree. This is a lot. All right, through here. Bam. Got it. I think maybe I've been playing on this game save for a little bit too long. All these cows are just going choop, 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 choop. And now I believe all of the trees through here are fallen. Yeah, all but one over there, but I don't actually know if I'm gonna cut that one down or not. You know what? Let's cut it down. We're gonna sneak attack it. So while I'm in there, I'm gonna hit the chainsaw button. It's impossible to hit the chainsaw button in the air. All right, ready? Sneak attack. You won't let me cut it. Got it. We're also going to play a game called Surprise. There's a stump there. Let's come through here and sell the wood. The good thing is this only cost us $100. But there's a tree right here that I was not prepared for. You know what? Don't care. Come through here. We should make a decent-ish, okay amount of money. But I'm not even sure that this is paid for the chainsaw. Oh, that last one definitely paid for the chainsaw. Sweet. All right. Sold wood, 4,600 bucks. Sweet. So now you can kind of see my master plan here where I wanted to open this area up and give us a nice way to do this. I'm not going to do the stumps the right way. So if you thought I was going to cut the stumps and do everything the appropriate way, nope. I think most of the stumps are gone. At least I couldn't find any more, so that's a good reference point. Man, these poor cows are just not having a great time right now. Let's get in here and let's get all of this done. Now, I am at least not taking away all of their food. All of the stuff that I'm going to plant in here is all going to be grass. So at least they'll have that. But yeah, I mean, you know how farm sim is. There's no grazing here. So it's not going to matter. But it's for me, not for the cows. It's for me to give to the cows later on. Aha, there you go. All right, let's hit this field. So before, this is where the field would stop. But because I have changed it up a little bit, for me at least, through here, this is all good. Now, I could come through here now and get all this mowed up, but it's just not enough to matter, to be honest with you. It's just not enough to actually matter right now, so we're not going to worry too much about that. Oh, that's interesting. I don't know what that is. I've never seen that before. Oh, and I'm running into something. I'm definitely running into something. What am I running into? Whatever this red square is, I am running into it. Huh, very interesting. So I guess I'll have to lift that up, coming through there. Yeah, okay. Well, at least we know what's going on now. Also, if you're curious what this is the F5 menu. It allows me to see collisions or things that are invisible in the game. Here I can actually see. I just won the game of, I bet there's a stump over there, so let's go in here and get that. Bye, dude. Making another pass, and I'm seeing this whole area over here, and I think I've decided I'm gonna block this off from myself. So you can see that we've got our fence, which kind of gets up to it a little bit. I think what I'm gonna do is bring the fence in a little bit. So let's go to our landscaping. Let's go to painting, and where is kind of just grass? Yeah, like that. That's what I'm looking for here. Let's go to here. Let's paint into this area so we can see where our area is, and I just want to do a straight line. This will prevent me from getting too close and experiencing any issues that would be otherwise considered not what I want. So that should help out a little bit. Let's see how close can I get that. Yeah, pretty good. Now I've deleted a couple bits in between. Now all I really have to do from here is connect this fence with this fence. Just like that. Yeah, got it. So now I don't have to worry about all those little bits in the middle. I don't have to worry about any problems. And now I can come in here to like plants, for example. We could find ourselves some kind of things like this, and we can line this whole thing so it looks like a bit of a barrier. That'd be good. Yeah, I like it. I've seen better, but you know what? I've done a lot worse. Here it is. It is a very interestingly sized field, and honestly, I wish I would have stopped right here and not done this part, but what are you gonna do? So now we got the rest of the fields on our property. I'm looking at all of this stuff, all these bales right here, and curious to myself, should we do something about these? So that they just kind of sit around, and when you reload, they pop back into place, which is pretty cool. I'll give you that much. But you know what? I'm kind of wanting to take over this area and plow it up a little bit more. So you know what I think I'm gonna do? I think I'm just gonna delete those altogether. Yeah. It just deletes those. It also deletes around towards the front of the house, the swing set that we had here. It also deletes that, but as far as I can tell, it's nothing else. We do have all these bells right here, these silage bells. We got to figure out what to do with those. Oh yeah, and I got my stuff for the truck. Actually, stuff for the truck's fine because I do like this little pathway through there. Of course, there is no reason for it to be there anymore, I guess, so we'll bring it up to this point. There we go. It's a pretty good place for both of those. And pick up all the bells and set them aside, although I really don't know where to put them. I think for the time being, honestly, they may just stay on the trailer. It's not hurting nothing. So now we get to plow. Let's, I'm not quite sure where I'm going to come through with this. Honestly, smoothing this out may be our best bet right now. So let's run in here. Let's grab the soften tool, and then we'll hit it about like that, and just kind of come through here nice and slowly. Also going to give a very similar treatment over here to the grass field, which will no longer be a grass field, and as a matter of fact, might be better off just cutting all these trees up in between and making this field a little bit bigger, making it one big field. Definitely not as much of a ditch anymore. However, it does kind of angle down a bit. Not a problem because I did smooth out the middle of the field too, so that makes things easier. And same thing over here as well. I don't have to go down into a big old ditch just to turn around. Though this one could use a little bit more softening. This is how much I have moved the land. I would normally just sell these trees, but I think after everything I've done through here, probably deserve just to delete them and move on, huh? Definitely not the most arbor conscious setup there. I'm gonna do a little bit more smoothing through here just to kind of get this good because we got a field that's gonna be coming through here. So let's hit it. I'm not quite sure how far out we're gonna be going with this one, but I think about to here works pretty well. At least for me. I know we've got this little road. I said I wasn't gonna do anything with it. I said I wasn't gonna go out to it, but I like it. So we're gonna go out to about here, and then step, and we'll make a little 90-degree almost setup through there. There we go. Not pretty, but it is what it is. We're also going to extend it out a little bit. I should probably slow down. We're gonna extend this out closer towards the road. There's no reason for it to not be out towards the road. That is a real tree. I should probably delete that. And I should probably get this away from it before I start hitting the delete key. There we go. That's a little bit better. Can we pull that? Yeah, there goes that bush. All right. So this is good. Everything through here is all right. We'll get close-ish to that tree, but we're not going to get too close. And I think through here, oh, that's going to be fun to plant in. Yeah, there it is. Very nice, very nice. Here's the outline. It's pretty good. Quick review to make sure that we got everything. It looks like we did. We'll take a look here. You can see that whole area has been plowed up. So now we have taken full advantage and probably doubled, at least, the amount of arable area. I do think for the first time around, probably a good idea to do grass. We've got cattle that are hungry cattle. It's a game. You've heard of Hungry Hippo. Daily food intakes 17,000 liters, which is a lot. It's a lot, and we don't have that much. So I think it's probably good to go and get ahead of things. I don't want to have to buy it. We got $136,000. We're good on money. We just need to get some grass on the ground. Though we've done quite a bit of plowing, there's not a lot that's fertilized through here. So we're gonna have to go through, get a little bit of spraying done. This will put down a nice, well, I say first layer. It's gonna put down enough for us at least to start with. And some of it will actually become fully fertilized. And we'll just have to come through a little bit later after we seed. This is, well, you guys know how to spray and seed. Now, this is the part that I'm very interested about. The seeder. So I've got it selected on the grass. Let's see if I can get in here without hitting anything. Pretty sure I did knock into something, but whatever, we'll be all right. Let's get this thing unfolded, get that closed up, and now we can plant some grass. So yeah, this is the smaller version, 9 meter working with. I didn't want to go too wild and crazy, though. I guess, well, that's why you're here, isn't it? Drop it down, turn it on, and let's get some seed put down. And I can hear a couple of you guys going, hey, that doesn't do seed. You're absolutely right, I modified it. One thing I am noticing, though, oh, clicked away from it. This stuff all disappears whenever you go over it with a planter. So it's kind of like, I guess, those sticks on other maps and things in the forest, that type of thing. It didn't work with plowing for some reason, but when I come through with the seeder, or direct drill rather, it goes away. So now we are all done with planting. We are actually all done with everything. We need to get some food for our cattle, though. Cattle are gonna die, and I don't want that to happen. Where's our other tractor? Here it is. So here's everything that we've got. Let's fly up into the air so you can see. Boom, boom, and boom. Doesn't look the prettiest in the world, but you know what? It's done. It's done. Everything is good. You can see full fertilization on all of them, minus a couple little spots around the edges. I'm not worried about those spots. Let's come around and check silage real quick. See, 46% and 66%. So we're still a little ways off, probably a few hours at the least, maybe 3 or 4 hours in game. So we will fast forward that time, and then we will see you guys in the next one here on the small dairy farm. My poor cows are still doing the moonwalk. I think it's because I completely demolished their entire area today. We are going to be finally taking care of this small dairy farm and taking care of our cattle, and they need some food badly. So we're going to give it to them today. We need to do some manure. You can see it down in the bottom right-hand corner. It shows us that we could put straw in, which is great news. But the bad news is there's nowhere to do manure. So we've got to put down our own spot. I thought maybe this silo would take the manure, but I haven't set it up for that. One thing that we can do is place down this guy right here. This will allow us to get our manure, and it should put it in here. The problem is I don't own that. Like this field, we don't own that yet. It's too expensive. And I don't actually know where to put this. I guess we could put it inside the other shed. Well, I could almost get it in there, but not quite. We could put it around here somewhere and just say, like, all right, I will never utilize this area for manure again. Yeah. So we could technically do that. We could put this about right here and then fix the fence. As a matter of fact, that's a phenomenal idea. First things first, let's get it nice and perfect. I'm going to push away from it just a little bit and use my mouse to kind of set this up. We'll get it right on the other side there. Perfect. And bam. Got it. Now we need to delete some of this fencing through here. Yep. Through that. Did we get the fence there? Yep. And then that one. And this one. And then we just go in here for the fences. And we're good. Look at that. Little bit of bit. Perfect. I do want to paint this out. Normally I do animal mud on the inside of my silos. Can't tell you why, but I think it looks cool. And it's almost like it was supposed to be there this whole time. Check that out. And one of the greatest things is I can open this up, pull forward, bam, get the manure I need there, and we're good to go. But it won't make manure without straw, and the animals are definitely hungry. It says 18,000. Did the food go up? What in the world is going on? First things first, let's get all of the bales. Boom, just like so. Let's get them. Oh boy. They bounced everywhere. Let's try this one more time. Please? Can I have just one more bale? Thank you. One fun thing is most trailers don't have straps with the auto loading, but this one did. And so we went with it. Let's see if we can drive through here. Boop, 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 boop. Got it. Also, I'm pretty sure the bales that we made, you could pick them up. Yeah, 100 kilograms. Check that out. That's awesome. All right. We dropped that off. Now the silage is in. Taking a look, we have a lot. 224,000 liters. That's pretty good. Compared with the 89,000 liters of hay, not amazing, but it's still going to make TMR, which is good. And then we can pad it with some silage, or straw rather, and then we have our TMR, but I have no TMR mixer. I've got a modified Keenan mech fiber, and it works great. I think this is on consoles as well as a Lizard mech fiber, something like that. Works awesome. It's got a 1 million liter capacity. Works really well for my needs, so that's great there. Where's a tractor? Here we go. This is going to be a really, really interesting setup as far as our TMR goes. So let's find ourselves our smallest amount, which is the hay. Now we want to find our other amount, silage. This is going to actually do really well. Oh, this is good. This is very good. It's about right. It's getting to the end. Oh, it stopped right at the very end. Oh, that is so cool. So we got 314,000 liters of TMR there. Straw is going to be interesting because we don't want too much of it. 68,000. Man, I just took half of it. Oof, that's a lot. That was the whole lot. So let's go ahead and dump this out. This is still TMR. We're good. It's going to feed them well. It's going to feed them really well, actually. Go ahead and drop that out. I think it comes out of there. There we go. And it'll dump it quickly. Seeing that they only need about 17,000 liters, I gave them pretty much a whole year's worth of food at this point. We'll go ahead and dump the rest of the straw in here. Again, I could go buy some straw, but I'm trying not to buy anything like that. Like I said, if we're going to be using it on the farm, I would like to create it, which is why we're not going to let the manure go to waste, nor are we going to let the slurry go to waste. It's just going to take a little while to build that part up, that's all. All right, so straw is in, our manure is over here and should be taken off soon. As far as everything else, we have 48 liters of milk. Not great, but we have it, and then we've got 2,500 liters of slurry. I would say this is a very good start to our small, what did I call this? Milk barn stuff? Yeah, words. Dairy farm. Told you I remembered. So after 4 episodes of being on the same day in game, we could finally get some rest now. And in the morning, we can see how our cows have done. We are up to 3,800 liters of milk. Pretty good. We got 10,000 liters of slurry. That's pretty good. And our manure is... that's a bad number. 6,666. Does 4 6s make it better than 3? Oh boy, I hope so. We can also see how well our grass is growing, and it is growing. Yep. Here's the thing. We're going to need a lot more straw, and I think I know how we are going to get it. We are going to steal it from other farmers. You see, there's 2 fields that are right beside each other, Field 17 and Field 18. If we take these contracts, we're going to get $45,000. I'm going to go ahead and accept both of these, by the way, because we are in Contract City, baby. So here we are, up here at the top of the map. This is going to take a little while. This is not going to be something that's fast. However, the good thing is all we have to do is harvest, and I'm running around like Superman. Yay! There's a couple things we're going to need to take up there. One of them is going to be a truck. We need a truck, and we need this to hold our grain so that we can go and sell it. Secondly, we're going to need all of our stuff for baling, and I actually have a really cool idea for this. Can you see my idea? Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's see if I can actually get up on these ramps, though. The problem with the way I've got everything set up right now is the truck is a little bit heavy on the front end. And so it doesn't really hold anything too well. Let's see, let's do that. Let's go ahead and strap that down. And we should, hypothetically, be able to move from this side of the map to the other. It's actually working just fine. The only problem that I've had so far was because the tractor and the baler were connected, it was trying to turn left a lot. Thought it was a NASCAR. I also have a problem where one of my axles is constantly in the air, but we'll cross that bridge when we have to. And we also need the combine. I kind of forgot about that part. Oops. And because our header has its own little built-in trailer, this will be very easy. Now the only question is, which field do we start with? Do we start with the easiest one, at least that I think, 17 right here? This should be fairly simple. We'll just have to run like 2 headlands on each end and then hire a worker up on it. The other one, we're gonna have to babysit him a little bit. So do we set up the babysit and then do the baling? I just don't know. Babysit. We're gonna go for babysitting first. This seems like the easiest thing for me because we could do this whole field, or at least mostly do this whole field, and then come back around at the end and do all of our baling. I think that's gonna be the easiest thing to do overall. So that is what we shall do. The first one is oats, because of course it's oats. Even with my luck, I get what I want. Oats and grass, man, let's go. Ooh, this hill is definitely challenging the combine harvester in fast farming mode for sure. But I tell you what, with this header, it's like nothing's even there, which makes it kind of nice. The header does require a little bit of power though, so come on, let's go. And yes, I understand that this is as fast as most people harvest in real life. But it's DjGoHam in the game. Gotta go fast. I think I'm in a good spot right now after getting about 30% full. Look at this. We haven't even put a dent in this field yet. This one's bigger. It's gonna be a lot easier though. I can hire a worker and be done with it. Let's hop over and maybe do a little bit of carting just to kind of get that taken care of. Yeah, this will work. When I originally bought this truck to do carting with, I thought for some reason that I'd gotten a CVT transmission. Not the case. Not the case at all. Than this poor combine. I think I'm gonna have to just sit down and let this thing do its thing for a little while. Oh, look at that, already full. All right, well, let's bring it around. As I was saying, so for this truck right here, for some reason I thought I was getting a CVT transmission. Hey, no way you find one on there, at least not here. We're gonna try a couple things here. So we've got this guy now, the baler, and you can see a thing coming down. That is a trailer hitch. I am going to attempt to set this trailer up so that we can have a little bit of fun with this. So there we go. We'll detach that, bring it forward. Now, I don't think it's gonna hook up the way it's set up now, but if I change this to something else by using our mobile setup here, so flat frame, that's good, but we want flat frame auto bales. This guy right here, I think this is basically the setup. So let's do yes. Now let's see if that will hook up to that. I'm not quite sure, and I'm definitely not sure if this thing can pull both of these. Oh boy. But if it can, we can actually bale. Oh my goodness, it will. This is gonna work. This is gonna work. Oh, I'm so excited. The trailer is a little bit heavy, and it is definitely bogging it down just a little bit. Come on now, let's go. Yeah. I'm gonna need the help window for this because this is just gonna be insane. So we need to lower and turn on the baler. Then we need to put into operating position the bale auto loader and then go, I think. I don't remember what size bales I'm making. I think I'm making the, we're definitely making the wrong size bales. All right, so I've set it up to make the 180 centimeter square bales, but I don't think that's gonna work right. So we're just gonna go back to the 125s. Now this should work. Keyword should. Should work just fine. That should drop off there. Ah, I think I got the wrong thing. There we go, set it up that way. Now when the bales pop off, they should just kind of go onto the trailer. It's going slowly because this tractor doesn't have enough power, but it's gonna work. Hey, watch this, watch this. It's gonna do it again. It's gonna go boop, boop, boop. There's that, and then boop. We're moving along. We've got some more work done. Boom, there you go. There's where we're at now, and we are very, very close to the little pond in the middle of said field. Ooh, 60% complete. That's very nice. So the next time that this guy comes around here, we are gonna have to do a little bit of a you all the way around that pond. There's really not that much more to do, and if this combine harvester was a little bit faster, we'd probably be half done by now with everything, but instead, here we are. Let's go ahead and turn that back on. There we go, perfect. And we will try and hit a little bit of edges right here. Now that that's over with, we've got 2 sections, and we're gonna hit the smallest one first. That way we can get it over with. We're also making a lot of bales, and I mean a lot of bales. I don't know exactly how many we've made this session, but I've recorded like 4 videos, all of the whole series so far, just one after another. So yeah, that's a lot, isn't it? So a few things have changed. We have finished harvesting this field. We need to get the combine unloaded. It's pretty full. There's a lot of grain here. There's a lot of grain. So I'm just gonna bring this over here and casually, no, I don't have good enough brakes. It's the charm of this holder equipment here. It's what it does is does not stop, and it does not stop well. We need to find ourselves this guy. Yeah. And we need to finish getting all these bales up. We have to get every single bale off the field before we can do anything else. Because if I finish this, I can't pick the bales up. So we must pick those up. Well, that was almost perfect. Check that out. Yeah. So we did 79 bales on this field, which is just absolutely insane, and we don't even have enough time to do both of these. 79, these are, I think it's 11,000 liters each. It's ridiculous. That's exactly what it is. It's ridiculous. I think I've got it set up to go ahead and unload, so click the button. Very nice. I wasn't able to get all of it in this trip, though. We can only hold 101,750 liters. Unfortunately, there's like 22,000 liters left, so I'm hoping that we don't need that other 22,000 liters, but we might. Man, this truck looks so good inside. Something we're gonna have to monitor. Let's see, there we go. We'll go ahead and dump this. This is the sell everything, anything. Money is not going up. That is good. We want to monitor that percentage down there. This one's 0 because we haven't done that one yet. But that one is doing pretty darn good. So we just need to monitor that, make sure it doesn't get up to 100. Yeah, there's no way. Actually, you know what? Maybe. We're at 98%. I still got 20,000 liters left. Yoo-hoo! All right, there we go. So we have almost 40,000 liters? Really? Oh my goodness. Let's go back and pick up the rest of those oats and either find a good selling point or maybe we'll just put it in the silo and save it for later. Driving on the train tracks. Yeet. I've decided we're gonna sell this, but I've also decided we are not taking the other contract. We would just simply make too much money. And that's great, but it's gonna make this whole thing a little bit too easy and, you know. So let's go in, let's find our contracts. I think we've got 2 in here, so completed. We get an extra 20 grand for that, which is great. However, we are going to cancel that contract, yes, and it did not take any money from us, which is wonderful. And our total is just stupid, $156,000. That's without selling the straw, which would probably double that. Well, but maybe not double it, but it get close-ish. Close-ish is pretty close. So contracting on Alma is it's a little bit OP, ain't it? Yeah, it is. Autumn is here, and with that, it is time to get some mowing done. Currently, we've got quite a bit that needs to be mowed today. We have, well, all of this. Every single bit of this needs to be mown. And unfortunately, this mower is all we have, and I'm not quite sure that's going to get the job done. So I think it's time for us to rethink the way that we're going to be doing grass, because there's a lot of it, and this is going to take forever. We're going to be selling a few things and swapping out for a few things. The Vermeer stuff's awesome, but unfortunately, our scale means that everything's going to take forever. So I'm going to utilize my Monterey here, and we are going to go through and sell these things. It did okay, not wild and crazy or anything, but I don't know, it's like 70 grand, which will help us get this. This is the AGCO or Case IH Swather, the 8860. This only has an 18 mile per hour max speed, but we can put a couple different swaths in together, and we've got swath ready stuff. Now I could go with a mower conditioner, but I think what I'm going to do instead is go for this guy. It's going to be a little bit more difficult to get in and out of the paddocks, but it's going to make things a little bit easier in the long run. And we're going to go with this. This is the Kubota TE6060. It came with the Kubota equipment pack, 6 meters, 9 miles an hour. I think that's going to be probably more than enough to get everything done that we need to do. Unfortunately, this doesn't have a trailer hitch on it. Or does it? Is that a trailer hitch? Hang on. Now I'm curious, because if I can do all of this in one pass, this may just be the easiest thing I've ever done. I didn't think that this had a oh my goodness, this has a trailer hitch. And we just put 3-point hitch adapter on the back of that. Does this work? There's no way. I got the pickup. Oh my goodness. Let's unfold it real quick. We'll drop it down, turn it on. That works. Yeah, that works real good. Real good, that does. This is gonna be great. Here's the game plan. We are gonna take this whole field right here, turn this into hay. We then are going to take these 2 fields and turn them into silage. I think we're probably gonna be okay with that. Should be okay at the very least. Honestly, I could do this in one pass and be able to bale as well. I don't want to, because I think it's just silly, but it's actually possible. We may actually be able to do this. Oh no, that's right, because we use this and not the one from the Ultimate Mowing and Baling Pack. Well, maybe one day. So let's see exactly how this is going to work. Let's drop down the mower. Let's lower the tedder, unfold it, go ahead and turn on the front mower, and we will turn on the tedder and drive forward. And so now it is taking all of that, all the grass that we're making, because we're doing a center swath. This is also going to take a little bit longer to pick everything up doing it this way, but it is fine, I think. There we go, came through, drive through, finish tedding, all that. Oh, this is definitely different. It's all over the place. But we should be able to pick all that up just fine. All right, turn it back on again. There's the tedder. There's the mower. Go forwards, drop the tedder down, and rock. This is gonna be definitely different. Got a couple really tight corners here. I need to go slow-ish so that it gets everything, but I also don't want to overdo it too much because then the tedder at the very back is just gonna kick that grass out everywhere. But I think it did okay. Honestly, I mean, straight up with you, I think if we still had the Vermeer, this would work probably just as well. And if you're curious, yeah, I did try this with a worker, and unfortunately the worker doesn't like this very much. Here's what happens. We'll hire a worker now. They raise up the mower, they bring the tedder forward, and then they raise the tedder, and then they fire themselves. Perfect. Now I got 3 headlands run around, or head rows, end rows, whatever you want to call it. Let's just rock. I think I'm gonna have to do the rest of this myself. I could hire the mower up on a worker, but you know what? Isn't it more fun when you get to do everything yourself? It's starting to look a bit of a mess down here at the very end, but you know what? Still getting it done. Ha ha ha! This is gonna be a lot of fun to come through and actually pick all this up. Fortunately, we got the quick bale, make it so easy. I also want to start looking into buying this field next to us, and we need to buy some more cattle if we're gonna be doing that. We don't really, well, I'm not quite sure how to put this, but we don't have enough cows. Is that a good thing? I know it's a small dairy farm, but we're rocking pretty good right now. I've got a mod that tells me how much food they need daily. 17,500 liters of daily food. That's not too bad. Yearly food, 210,000 liters. Perfect. Well, I've got 312,000 liters in there right now. They're good. But if we're going to make a quote-unquote small dairy farm, we need to get more than 19,000 liters of milk. Definitely. I don't know, maybe it's just me. What do you guys think? Now is going to be the extremely difficult part of getting this into that pasture. I'm almost thinking, well, that didn't work. Honestly, you know what? I think we may just have to delete some of these fences. Yeah, I can't think of any other way to get in there. So this is gonna have to be the way we do it, right here. Delete some fences, drive it in, and whenever we're done, we'll have to put the fences back. We're also going to change up the working area. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but you could change it to middle, left, and right. We're gonna kick it into right because I'm gonna start my pass here. So we'll drop that down and turn them on. This will put all the grass towards the inside area of the field, and that way whenever we come through and do our headland and that kind of thing, to the baling, we can pick up one set and just be done with it. It's actually kind of genius the way this is set up. And now that we've come through, there we go, first pass, turn it off, and then we can actually turn around and go the reverse way, kicking all the grass back in, same place, just like that. I know we're also making chopped moo-moo, but just ignore that part. And after one pass, there it is. Perfect. Now we're just gonna kind of go up, down, back and forth, make a couple rows in the middle, just like this. Now that is pretty good. And no cows escaped. And we'll put the fence back. There we go. Now we get to do the same thing in the other pasture. Nice and easy, and I'm already stuck. Great. This spot around here is gonna be the most difficult. Not because we have chopped cow, but because I'm not quite sure what I was thinking when I set this up. Also, for some reason, it's just not mowing here. You can see it's kicking it over. Oh, there we go. It dropped it all off right there. If that was weird to you, well, it was weird to me too. I don't know what just happened. It did it again. I think it's because we're in a trigger. And yeah, because there it goes. It just deposited like all of it out into the ground. Wow, that is so weird. Dude, let's see what happens when we get around towards here, because we've done cut quite a bit of good grass. Is it gonna just go plop it all on the ground again? It did. What are you gonna do? I can say without a shadow of a doubt, this mower was the best decision that I made. I was honestly gonna start the game with this, so in new farmer mode, whenever we were starting off, I was gonna use this, but you know what? I'm so glad that I saved up, made a little extra money, and was able to pay for it. So now this one is done, and we can put it away over here next to the combine harvester, which it looks perfect with, by the way. We grab our baler, and we get to work. Turn it on, rock and roll, let's go for it, picking up hay. Very excited about this one. Again, with this baler, you can turn on your lights. Not only can you see better when your lights are on, but you can also see where the pickup pattern is. And so you can pick up everything that you made without having to come through, swath it up. That whole chestnut. There we go. There is one bale of hay, and we're gonna make a lot of those today. And it's all said and done, we have got a lot of bales made. Unfortunately, I forgot to reset the counter. So we look at our statistics, and for my session, 37 bales. Okay, so that's 37 hay bales. And we haven't even done silage yet. Fortunately, we could go through the gate this time instead of trying to drive all the way around and do some wild and crazy stuff. You know what? Let's just drive straight in. Nice and easy. You can see this picks up literally everything, and it will only go a certain speed. There we go. Kicked it out. Perfect. It won't let us go too fast, but I kind of want to try and go too fast to see if it'll slow down. There it is, there it is, there it is, there it is. Yeah, I think we've caught up with it. And into the next one. And our last bale here for silage. There you go, we're up to 70, so I think we got, what, 33 bales there for silage. That's pretty darn good considering that we only got, what was it, 20 without doing it this way? I think we did pretty good. Oi! You're not allowed to escape. Get back. Yep, moo you. Now we get to have a little fun with one of my favorite setups for this map. Oh yes. Ba-bam, got it. Bale auto-loading with a Chevrolet 3500. Let's go. And bale number 37 loaded up, ready to rock. I forgot that this holds 40 of these bales. Kind of makes things a little bit easier, doesn't it? Yes, it does. All right, let's bring it over here. We will unload. There we go. Kind of scoot stuff forward just a little bit, and we put it in our silo. If you guys are curious, I'm using the underground silo. I've kind of modified it a little bit, but yeah, nothing too crazy. And there's our 32nd and 33rd silage bale. Now, these unfortunately need to sit and ferment for a little while, so we'll see if we can get out of here without running into anything. Actually did okay getting out of there. Very nice. Let's come over here, maybe this open grass area. We'll drop these bales and we will let them ferment. They do ferment fairly quickly, all things considered, but yeah, we still need to get them out of there. So there we go. We'll take a look, check them, see how they're doing, and we're at 3%. So it'll take a little while. Now let's talk about fertilizing, because we need to fertilize these fields again if we're going to be doing any more grass or silage or anything like that. So let's take our truck, we'll turn it into a slurry spreader, and we actually don't have to do anything at all. Actually, can we really do that? Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, we'll throw one of these on. Why not? There we go. So we've got that. We need our truck. And we'll come around and see if we can fill up with our slurry. Now, I do not remember how much we're going to get. Really? That only holds 18,200 liters. For real? How much is left? Slurry. Oh, we only have 20,000 liters left. Well, well, well. Do we go in and spray the manure in here? I think we do, just for the sake of being funny, if anything. So let's see if we can spray the slurry out. We don't want double application rate. We want single because it's already fertilized one time. If you guys don't know for whatever reason, if you mow grass, well, it still stays fertilized for that one time anyway. Makes things nice and easy. Let's go. And let's see what we can get into. All right, so that works pretty well. Let's enable fast farming. And it looks like, yeah, that's working too. Okay. This is gonna run out quickly. Interestingly, this is working super well, like really, really well. We barely used any, which is kind of blowing my mind right now. We've only used a couple thousand liters, something like that. Yeah, it's not that much. And we're gonna be able to do this whole field and the whole field beside us as well without any issues. We may even be able to do the entire other grass field perfectly fine. This is definitely interesting. I did not expect to be throwing poo everywhere today. Can you imagine what these cows are probably thinking right now? Like, hey, don't throw that back on me. Bad joke, but I still think it's funny. Wow. To do both of these fills, we use 70% of the slurry available. Now that is what I'm talking about right there. Sorry, 31%. We got 69 left. Very nice. All right, so let's hit the other field. See how much of this we can get rid of. We'll probably not even get rid of half of it, unfortunately. But you know what? That's okay. This is doing pretty well. I'm kind of happy with the way this is turning out. Oh man, it still works with a worker too. I did not expect that. And just like that, we are done. We didn't even use 60% of the total slurry allotted to us. Not even close. I wonder if we could put it back in here. Not likely. Not getting a trigger for it. One place that we can put it, at least, is in our silo over here. We should be able to dump it over no problem. There it is. Start overloading slurry. Yep. And we'll take a look in here, try and find our slurry, and it's going back up. So that makes things nice and easy. Perfect. So I would say moving forward, we're probably going to be okay on fertilizer. We've got another 28,000 liters of manure over here. It's not collecting manure as fast as I would like, but it's still collecting it. We've got plenty of other stuff as well, including 20,000 liters of milk. I know we've gone 5 episodes and, well, we haven't sold a drop of it yet, but soon we will. Happy December! The temperatures are going down and our animals are doing very good. We are 6 months away from offspring. We should be getting 50 more cows coming in then. Water's still doing well. We're up to 26,000 liters of milk and they're doing pretty good on straw and food too. Now most of you guys know, but I use a mod that tells me exactly how much food they are going to be using. Daily food is 17,500. A yearly food is going to be 210,000. Well, they've got 314,000 liters of food in there right now. That's more than enough to get them through the next year, and we've got 2 or 3 grass harvests between now and then, which means we could probably stand to sell some of this stuff, get a little bit extra cash, and be good to go. That's exactly what we're going to do. Let's get all this stuff into the silo, and then now we need to see exactly what we're working with. Simon says we're doing pretty good. 274,000 liters of silage, haze 369, straw almost 1 million. We're okay. First, let's start by customizing the trailer that we've got right here. We're going to go with the zipper body gooseneck. We're also going to go discharge speed high, and we need to do capacity of unrealistic. This will give us 1 million liters, and it should dump fairly quickly. And I just realized it's going to cost us 40 grand. No, thank you. No, thank you. Looks like we're back in the Mac again, so we'll bring this around, get rid of this, this slurry spreader. Man, that was so much fun. If you missed the last episode, definitely go check that out. We had a lot of fun spread slurry near the very end. So we'll hook up and rock and roll. Now this doesn't hold much. It's just a little over 100,000 liters, but it's still pretty good. We're gonna have to make a couple trips. That's the only big problem through here. One thing I do want to do is go ahead and take some straw real quick and put that into our cows. That way they've got plenty. Why am I not finding straw? Uh-oh. So it turns out the tipper body that I've got on here doesn't hold all the stuff that I need it to hold. Would have been good to know. So a couple things we're going to do then. We are going to get rid of that green bin. We're going to go with that one. Looks like a dump truck. The truck is from BC Bueller Farms, but the bed is from 82 Studio. Look at that. Looks like a dump truck now. So cool. This, I believe, if I selected correctly, will hold 820,000 liters, something just kind of wild and crazy like that. Let's see, let's find ourselves some straw. There we go. Got 121,000 liters of it right here. I'm just gonna go ahead and dump this directly in. Should be easy. Yeah, where's my trigger? Found it. So now we have 796,000, almost 800,000 liters of straw. And we're gonna take all of this and go sell it. And we'll go take it and sell it. How's about you guys come with me along this wonderful December morning through Alma, downtown. I mean, we're rocking. Pretty sure I turned off traffic because it was so much easier with traffic turned off. We do still have to worry about the train, but it's not that bad. Thank goodness. Not quite sure what to do here. Just back up. Oh, yeah, look at that. And we'll go into the green. That way it disappears. Oh, that money is flying. This is just on excess straw that we had during last year. Oh, hey, oh, look at that. Oh, that is good. 1413. It's almost empty now. And boom, $119,000. Oh. Next, we got the hay. Hay's bringing a good amount of money as well, $191 per 1,000 liters, and we're heading to sell everything. Pricing for this should be pretty good as well. It's definitely not gonna take as long to sell everything, but it's definitely gonna be some good money. Yeah, not too bad, 70 grand. Very cool. What I should have done, instead of making all that hay in the last episode, we should have just done silage and maybe just sold it all. Which is the next thing we're selling, 274,000 liters of. This one's a bit different because we're looking at $584 per 1,000 liters, which is great and not insane at all, especially when we got 274,000 liters. I think we're gonna sell okay here. I think we're gonna sell just fine. Yeah, I think we did fine. Made 160 grand off that silage. We are now up to $538,000, meaning there's a couple things that we could do. Some opportunities have presented themselves. Number one, I think we need some more cows. It's only 82 grand to get 50 more, and with the money that we've got right now, I think that that's probably a good use of our money. I'm gonna buy some Holsteins. We have brown Swiss right now, so it'd be cool to kind of see them mixed up just a little bit, plus we'll know which cows are which. There you go. Now things have kind of ramped up a little bit because in the cow world, now we're up to 35,000 liters. So all of that food that I just sold, yeah, we're definitely going to need to get some of that. Not get it back, but you know what I mean. Here's the other thing. Field 40. It is ready to go. It is grass, and I said that I wanted to buy that field. So I think now's probably a good time to buy that land. It is a lot. There's a lot going on, but it is grass. It is 99%, and we can make a lot of hay and a lot of silage off of it. Let's go. In order to make things a little bit easier, as we did with some of our other lands, we are going to come through here and smoothen out a few things. It's a lot easier to kind of see what you're doing and where things are when you've got crop in the field. You could see the ridges and the rows and things like that, and where the hills, dips, and valleys are when you've got crop in the ground. So we could see where some of those are, and I'm just coming through smoothing those out now. That way it's a lot easier to go through with the mower. Got it, all done. Now let's get to mowing. Hopefully this doesn't take too long. Actually, I got very lucky because it is supposed to start snowing at some time, but I don't know when. So we're gonna try and get this done quick and efficiently. I'm not sure what we're gonna be making. We'll come through with a tedder, I don't know, at some point. Yeah, I forgot how long it takes when you have big fields. I miss my smaller fields. I get a whole lot more work done with just those smaller ones, but you know what? This will be good enough. We'll probably end up keeping the grass where it's at, but I think this one may turn into a very good cropped field. This will be nice for that. So we've gotten some parts of this done. Now it is time to hire a worker and let them get the rest of this done for us. So drop it down, hire them up, rock and roll. Setup's a little bit different if you do it yourself versus when you have the worker. For example, around the outside, I've done that myself, but we come down through here, you can see that the worker runs kind of two paths side by side. This works perfectly fine and is not a problem. As you can see here, now that we have 100 cattle, we probably want to make sure that we've got enough for them to eat. So I think what I'm gonna do is possibly do silage bales for around the outside, and then down the middle, I don't know, man. Maybe around the outside we make that hay, and I'll just come ahead and come on and pick it all up. That'll be easier that way. Let's do it. So we're gonna use this little guy right here, and then we just drive along and make ourselves some hay. Very cool, man, very cool. Yeah, this will work great. Now this in first person is what I am talking about. Look at that. We can monitor it, make sure we're doing good. And that guy's running over there. This is the life. I love this so much. Check it out again. Yes, sir. The shadow's a little bit interesting, though. Can't really seem to see a DjGoHam on there anywhere, but yeah, I guess there's worse things, huh? Could be K-bots. Oi, that took a little bit longer to do a pass than I thought it was going to. Goodness gracious, man. That was a lot. Yeah, I'm also a little bit worried that the grass is going to get mixed in with the hay whenever I come through and bale this up. just because I can obviously see where that's going to cause us a problem. It's kind of fun when you're doing some work out here in the field and you get to see something else doing work out here in the field. That's pretty darn cool. So I'm interested. Let's do some larger bales this time around. Currently we are on 125 centimeter bales, but we could go to 180. That's gonna give us 50,000 liter bales or somewhere around there. Let's see, let's go ahead and reset our bale counter. There we go. So this will kind of tell us exactly how many bales we are making. And where's our mower dude at? Really? You're going back for that little spot. All right. Hope it was worth it. There you go. All right, we got him out of the field. Now, let's rock this. So there's a couple spots we may have to come through and hit again. However, being able to do 50,000 liter bales, we could do a few less bales, less carting, all of that good stuff. Now, straight through here. Nice and easy. There we go. 50%. Oh, that's so cool. Should be getting there. There it is. 50,000 liters. Ba-bam. That's one bale. This is what I'm a little bit worried about, is picking up grass. I think, if I remember correctly, whatever goes in the baler first is what it thinks is being picked up constantly, but still, nonetheless. Taking a look, we have produced 6 bales. We're on our 7th one right now. That's a lot. 300 and almost 50,000 liters just in hay. So 12 bales worth total of hay. That's a lot. Now we get to do silage. And there goes. That's the last one. Bring them up, roll it in, and turn the light off and see if I can avoid everything going through here. So we made a total of 25 bales. So we had 13 silage bales, one more than the hay bales. So let's pick everything up. Let's get everything in our silo. We should be good to go for at least a little while. We might need some straw, but I think we'll be okay, at least till the first harvest. First up is going to be the hay. Now the silage is going to be just kind of hanging out at some point. Boop, boop. Oh, look at that. I like that even better than the other one. That's so cool. Look at that. Look, look, look. There we go. We've got 12, 13, 14. I'm going to guess this maybe holds 28 bales, something around there. But this is definitely the best way to transport bales. First, I mean, look, blessed with the truck. I mean, just look at that. I know it looks black, but it's not. It's a weird dark blue that kind of looks metallic in the nighttime. Leave me alone. You're good. I always have a hard time trying to tell people, like, yeah, my truck's like it's like a really weird blue, brown, black, cut up a little bit of green color. Yeah, if you guys don't know, this is the same color as my truck in real life. It is blue. Sure is. I think in the game they call it Viking Dark Blue, but it's basically identical to my truck in real life. And we got our last one right here. It does kind of poke through a little bit. Honestly, I'm curious. I haven't used this button in a little while. The F5 key. Does that have collisions? Oh, that's got collisions. That's gonna pop. Uh-oh. So if you don't know, when you're doing auto loading, stuff like that, if you have something that's got a collision on it, it will go pop. It'll just kind of fly into the air and go poof. Yeah, for this type of trailer and auto load and stuff like that, it's not really meant to... What am I doing? Don't put this in there. It's not really meant to, be unloaded on the trailer. So we are going to take it over here to our handy-dandy area that we take things to, and we're going to unload it first before we completely get it out of the auto-loaded system. That way it doesn't pop on us. Hopefully nothing rolls away either. Yeah, I didn't really think about that part. Now right there, that should do it, and pop. So you can see, that would have definitely caused us some serious trouble. Now the next step is, well, I like this part. Being able to plow up an extra area so that we've got extra space for using. So let's do it about right here. That'll work pretty well, and we'll get close-ish, but not all the way against it, just like that. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Yeah. That is a little bit too close, but you know what? It is what it is. We're going to utilize this field as crop field, which should allow us to make a little extra money and then use that money to buy more cattle or I would say anything else, but eventually we're going to be getting into the business of the dairy. So eventually we're going to have money to buy that. this should get us in a nice place for that. Also love the train on maps like this, so I want to try and get close-ish to the train, not right up on it, but you know what? Close enough to where it's like, oh man, there goes the train. You know what I'm talking about. Also, should we knock all these trees down and get in here and make that one big field? I mean, we do have a really, really interesting bit here, which could just easily be plowed up. That's definitely something that we would do, right? It's definitely something we would normally do. So then in the next one, I think that's what we'll do. You guys could see the area right here in light blue where the field was. And then now you can see the extra area plowed up where we're going to expand a few things. But I do think that cutting all that out right there in the middle, I think that's going to be the way to go. So we'll do that next. It is time to cut us down some trees here in Alma, Missouri, the Alma Dairy Farm. Yesterday we came through and did a nice little plowing up job, but I decided that we're going to be cutting out all of the natural area stuff in the middle, giving us the ability to make this field a little bit bigger and thus a lot easier to work with. However, it's definitely not going to be the easiest thing to manage. There's a couple things I want to do to make this easier for myself. Number one is going to be painting, and this is quite an interesting little tidbit here because I want to come through and it is going to delete some of the bushes like those. This allows me to see into the interior of this natural area a little bit easier and manage it just a bit better. We can cut the trees down easier this way. Oops, got it in the field. Now that that's done, you can see through here a whole lot easier and actually notice that a lot of these trees will be very easy to cut down. So we're going to cut these down and we're going to sell the trees and make money, but like I said, not all of them can be sold. Trusty steel. The game plan here is to go down twice. Basically cut everything towards the inside or outside of the field, depending. So like this guy, for example. Well, that was fun. They both fell to the edges. Not exactly what I was looking for, but hey, it is what it is. There we go. And they just fall apart. Cool. Let's see if I can do this. And oh, it's like it just dissolves. It's great. Oh, that's going to be a fun one to pick up later on. Got him. So again, you can see here, cut them all down. I didn't listen to what I just said a minute ago. Cut them towards the outside. All right, now we need our mobile wood selling point. We'll put it down right about there. That's good. Let's see. Where's my HUD? There it is. And now we just got to go through and spam the selling key, and we should be good. We should be able to sell every single tree that we cut down. Nice and easy. A lot of money coming in, and by a lot of money, we'll probably make a couple $1,000s, and that's about it, because it doesn't really make much money. Turns out there's a lot of these little sprigs that are just up like everywhere down through there. Oh well, now let's run over to our Easy Dev. We'll grab our delete objects, and we will go underground, because I have no idea where all of the stumps are, but this makes it super easy. Oh yeah, and don't forget to sell this thing. Bam. I think this is the last one right here. Yeah, ba-bam. So I'm using the mod called Player Action Camera, and that's what allows me to go underground. It's just the height of the player that I could go underground. It's nothing too wild and crazy, but it is fun. All right, now the easiest thing is going to be to smooth all that out, and then we just kind of connect it in, and then it'll just be one big field. And now with almost everything else plowed up, we can finish up this area right here. We'll come through, we'll get it close to that pathway, swing it around, swing it wide, and line it up, baby. Let's go. Right through there. And that is going to be our new field layout. So you can see almost everything that's been plowed up, but we still need to get these little areas, those little spots. That's just the extensions. And there it is. That is our entire big old field. It's currently December, so the things that we could plant limited, to say the least. But I'm sure we'll either figure it out or plant something in the spring. Totally forgot you could hook up cedars to the front of vehicles like this. Definitely don't recommend it. But it did work, so at least there's that. We need to plant something that's going to give us a lot of crop or a lot of money, one of the two, and straw. Now, I've got the extended straw crops from Yoast mod turned on, and that, yeah. I think soybeans, maybe. We don't really do beans a whole lot, but I think beans may be the way to go. Also, this field's just a little bit too big, and I'm not quite sure we have enough slurry yet to manage. So with this field, at least, we got some spots that have been fertilized, but yeah, we're going to hit the whole thing with this. And here we go. We are putting soybeans into the ground. I can't remember. It's either in normal mode or in precision farming where you don't have to fertilize. We'll figure all that out whenever we get there. But nonetheless, we got soybeans going in the ground. We're going to make a lot of money off these. And so now we've got everything done. We've got the field ready to go. And we need to monitor how our cattle are doing. Right now we got 28,000 liters of milk, which is pretty darn good. But as I mentioned, the dairy in town, yeah, I think we want to buy that. Maybe not today, though. So this is our bakery downtown. We've also got the snowman. What up, dude? There ain't no snow on the ground yet. It does cost $70,000, so at least for now, we're not going to be able to afford it. But the good thing is, eventually, we will be able to. So that's pretty cool. We can come around back and take a look here. And this is where we've got our dump trigger. The funny thing is, we still don't even have enough money for, like, the cheaty version of the farm dairy, which, to be fair, I would much rather just buy this and put it in town somewhere. We could also put it over on our farm and make things a little bit easier for ourselves. Probably the thing to do there. Faux show. But we don't have enough money today, so we must go into tomorrow. Well, it's certainly cold, that's for sure. Welcome into January. This allows us to see some of where our triggers are. For example, right there. Makes you wonder what's right there, doesn't it? Also, we got our water over there. It looks like our soybeans are growing, which is great news. Soybeans grow in rows, I believe, on this map now. So that's pretty exciting. Grass is growing, and although it's very cold, it's very, very cold. Let's get these bales up. Ooh, we get to drive around in the snow. I don't know what it is, but it's just so special. Every time we get to drive in the snow, this does not. Oh, look, I'm driving under the ice. Let's get out of there quickly and efficiently. Yeah, look at that. Soybeans growing in rows. Very cool. There is not a lot of grip on these wheels. Yeet. Yeet. Even in the field, nothing. Oh, but we can do some of them. Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. All right, spin it out. Spin it out. Let's go. So you may remember a couple episodes ago, we've got all of these baled up, ready to rock, but fortunately we needed to wait a little while to get them picked up. Well, now we've got them, and they are good to go. And they are not showing up. All right. I don't know how much this is. 13? Is that 100 and... Is that a million liters? No. 750,000. It's a lot. It's definitely a lot. Let's put them in here. Boom, 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 boom. Got it. And now we can check and see how much silage is in there. Silage, 669,000. Of course it is. So I think we are right on the edge of milk. So let's take a look here. If I jump into productions, in here we have our milk dairy cheaty. Yeah, we're definitely using the cheaty version because, well, of course we are. Why would I not? You crazy? We're going to use this one. I think it goes out towards the right-hand side, if I remember correctly. About right here. That should work. At least it works for me. Bam! Oh, boy. There we go. Smoothed it out. Ready to go. Where is my liquid tanker? Here you are. We need to turn you into something that can manage milk. I believe that's the one right there. Just regular tanker. Yeah, the Mack truck is definitely one that I'm not quite sure how it's gonna handle or manage. It seems to be handling exactly like it normally does. Minus the fact that it doesn't want to turn very well. Still doing all right though. Yeah, slow it down, baby, slow it down. There you go. It definitely took us a while to get to this point, but finally we have enough milk to where I think selling it would be a good idea. So let's take the 41,000 liters of milk that we have. We're gonna dump it into here as soon as we get our trigger. Should be about right there. It's definitely not getting the trigger to dump this. Oh boy. So for some reason, I'm getting the trigger to dump into here, but not into there. And that's really interesting because I've used this setup before to sell milk, meaning that we're gonna have to get another setup just to sell the milk. And I have no idea what we're gonna do with that. There's a mod out here that I've been trying to avoid using just because we've used it a lot. However, Omatana's TARDIS pack definitely does not disappoint by any stretch of the imagination. So let's see if we can get in here. Let's get this milk out. Slurry milk. Ha ha ha. There we go. That'll do. And we should be able to dump this over here. Now there's a chance that this won't work either. And that's unfortunate. My only thought here is that possibly it's too low. And so it doesn't, it's not able to get to the point where it can, there we go, smooth that out a little bit. It's not able to get down to the point where it can actually be dumped into. So if I could do that, smooth it out a little bit, maybe this will be the change that we need. Oh, please work, please work, please work. Yeah, let's go. Ha, ha, ha. I did it. All right, that makes me very happy. Let's go in here, we'll take a look. So we got 141,000 liters right in here of the milk. No, we don't. We put 41,000. Why is there 100 in here already? You know what? Whatever. This will make us some raw milk. We will get that. I get some extra milk in there. What in the world just happened? So now we fast forward some time. I am hoping that we'll make a little bit of money through here. Yes, we are definitely making money on that. And I did end up having to take out a loan. So let's pay back that loan and rock and roll. Now, what is bringing in money? Harvest. So that's going to be the milk. Oh, that milk's definitely made us some good money. How much is left in there? Still says 141. What in the world's happening? Also, I think my game just crashed. Uh-oh. Sure enough, game crashed. Toot knew what happened there, and I don't actually know where we are. And okay, so we're back at this point again. Fair enough. I think the thing to do here is probably get rid of this milk they got. That was just not things that I love it, but maybe, just maybe, we take stuff into town like good boys. How about that? Yeah, we're just gonna do this way. It's a lot easier this way. We only got $30,000, so the first couple milk sales are going to be, unfortunately, not making us a whole lot of money. They'll make some good money. Don't worry about that. It's just not gonna make as much as it possibly could at one point given. Oh no, actually that was great. That was 95,000. We got enough to buy the bakery now. Should we do that? I feel like we should do that. I mean, milk does sell for a pretty darn good penny, and we didn't even sell it at the best place that we could sell it at. Just took it to the bakery. I should have paid attention. We would have made more money. So bakery, you know what? I think for the time being, I'm good. I think we're probably good. And you know, I feel a lot more comfortable selling that in town versus trying to make all the money here and selling it on the farm and that kind of thing. I think we're good. I think we're just fine. Also, why are these not shut? Let's shut those. Might make things a little bit better for us. So these poor cattle in here, all 0 of them that are in here right now. Let's close up some of these doors. Might make things a little bit better for us, a little easier. And you know what? Let's put this truck in the barn too. Shut the doors and enjoy the beautiful snow. Oh, I'm so happy to see snow in game. So happy that we are moving along, and so happy that we finally have a huge money pot here. Super excited about that. And now the only thing left to do is do a little bit of donuts, have a little bit of fun. I wish I could throw it in or hit the e-brake. All right, drift up to the side. Yeah, drift it, boys. Let's go. Oh, don't hit it, don't hit it. Oh, crash counter. Unfortunately, the main roads into town are, well, uncovered to say the least. Looks like somebody came through and plowed them up. But We don't have to worry about that out here in the country. No, sir. Just trying to drift a little bit. Come on, man. Just drift. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Little drifty boy action with that. Oh, I love it. All right, I think I've probably had enough enough fun sitting around drifting. Yay! I love that so much. That is so much fun, dude. Oh, how did I get up here? Let's check out the manure real quick. I do want to check this out. Make sure we're all right over here. How we looking? 57,000. Very cool, very cool. So we will make sure that we can get some of that manure at a later date. That is definitely going to be going on the field. But at least for now, that's it for the snow. We'll see you guys in the spring. Spring is here and the cows are doing great. They're a little slow though. Now that the snow is gone, we could finally go through and open all the doors and see how everybody's doing. How you doing? Well, for starters, our brown Swiss are 2 months away from having babies. So that's going to be another 50 cattle in there, bringing us up to 150. Our Holsteins are doing very good. They're 4 months in right now with a couple more to go. Fortunately for us, food is doing good too, so we really don't have to mess with that too much. But they do have some milk for us. If you missed all the problems that I had with the milk in the last episode, you definitely want to make sure you go back and check that out. But today is going to be a fun one because everything that we've got is ready to go. So our soybeans are ready for harvest and all 3 of the grass fields are ready for harvest as well. So I'm not quite sure what order we're going to go in for all of these, but I do know we're going to have to get it all done. First off though, let's get our truck out of here, out of the storage building. And let's go sell that milk. 45,000 liters in. There's quite a few places with better prices than the dairy, but since I really want to buy this place one day, we could buy it now, but I just don't feel like it yet. I don't feel like we need to be there yet. We're gonna sell all of our milk, no matter what, to the dairy. $100,000. See? Not bad. Now for some true money making. Let's get in here, get our harvesters out. First up, we'll grab the swather and we'll kind of put it to the side. At least for now, we won't worry about grass just yet. Now we get to take the combine harvester out of here. Can I use my mirrors to back out? No. With this one, of course, all we need to do is hit soybeans. So this won't be too big of a job, but it's just gonna take forever. Yeah, it's gonna take a little while. My game plan is to start right here because that's where we are. And then we're just gonna kind of go around this direction 2 times. And then we'll hire him up on a worker. Let him do his thing. And remember, I do have the extended straw crops mod turned on, so this is going to pop out straw for me. At least it should. Let's see what happens. Hey, there it is. As a matter of fact, this map may actually have soybean straw. I need to go back and look at that. The other thing I kept forgetting about this map is the soybeans growing in rows. Ooh, looks like we missed a little bit back there. Might need to fix that up a little bit. The soybeans grow in rows here. And I don't know if I ever did soybeans when we did the other series. So this is really cool to see. Okay, maybe 3 passes is the way to do this. Yeah, that was definitely the way to go. Let's go and empty this while we're at it. Kind of makes it nice with your silos on your farm. You don't have to go very far. Oh, this thing does not have good brakes. Please. There we go. Now all we got to do is hire them up on a worker and let them go. Now that we got the combine rocking and rolling, let's go in here and let's hook up to this like crazy tedder setup again. Unfortunately, every time I do that, my header for the front gets kind of stuck. So we got to do this, that whole number. I mean, it works. It works just fine. It's just a little bit different than you would expect it to be. But it works just fine, so I guess it is what it is. So if you missed the last time I used this, it was so just off in left field. It's not even funny, but I had an absolute blast using it like this. So let's go ahead and take our front. Let's set it to center swath because that's what we need through there. I think for the grass, I may come up a little bit high whenever I come back down through here and mow. So maybe we'll pick it up from this point. Yeah, this will work good. Just drop it down, turn it on. Gonna go enable fast farming, which is the real speed limit mod. Drop down the tedder, turn it on, and go. And what it'll do is it'll, well, just ted up everything in the back that needs to be tedded. Kind of kicks it around a bit, but I found that it works perfectly fine. The only thing is the first couple passes around are very difficult, to say the least. Let's see, put it down right there, turn it on before it gets there, and go, 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 go. And the hay is almost done right through here. The combine harvester's still doing Pretty good. Still taking a little while. That's all right. I'm almost tempted to leave this 3-point hedge on here because it's such a pain every time I have to get rid of it. Here we go. Let's see if I can back this in here. Best backwards driver in Farm Sim, except for there's 2 wheels in the back that are causing me problems. All right. Ooh, I got an idea. Let me detach the front. Oh, no. Come on. Just do it, man. There we go. Detach that. And then bring this here. Detach that. Hey, now that'll work. All right. Getting into the animal pens, the cow pastures, is going to be a little bit more difficult. Ran into this problem last time, and so I'm going to do exactly what I did last time off screen. Yeet. If you remember how I did this field the last time we were in here, I'm going to do it exactly the same. We're running silage out of these because it's a whole lot easier to do that than have a bunch of hay everywhere. I can control this just a bit easier. Yeet. Oh, threw it too far. Quick check on a combine harvester, 60% on here, and they've done pretty much all this. We got a couple little spots here and there. We will go back and clear those up because in a way we need every bit that we can get right now. But looking pretty good. The straw is definitely looking different, I feel. I don't know. Is this different straw? We'll find out later, I guess. Yeet. And we're done mowing. Just got word that our combine harvester's finally 80% full. We got through this whole thing, minus the 3 passes around the outside. But still, ooh, slow it down, slow it down, slow it down. All right, get out of there, fire the worker, and go. Whew. That was a lot going on all at one time. Let's go and get this dumped in here. Very nice, very nice. We'll go ahead and get the soybeans out of our silo that we put in there a little bit earlier. That way we've got everything settled, ready to go. We can sell this stuff right away as soon as it's ready. In the meantime, we can grab our Puma and start baling. We are gonna do, I think, the 50,000 liter bales again. That worked pretty well. I like doing those. It's a lot of fun. They're just, the bales are just so ridiculous. Plus, we can actually like fast farm with it. So I can enable the real speed limit mod. Boom, right there. We could go 34 miles an hour while doing all this baling. It blows my mind that we made 220 bales with this baler already on this map since we've started. It's just ridiculous. But you know what? I've enjoyed doing bales over doing like a loose pickup, for example. We did loose pickup a lot. We normally tend to use the same mods. I know we've used this mod as well, quite a bit. But you know what? It's been nice to use it. It's been a lot of fun, especially after the update. Finally, we've got it taken care of. There it is. Let's go and get the rest of that straw out of there and find out where we need to go. So we got a couple spots here and there. We'll try and hit all these. There you go. We got it all the little pieces. We got another 6,800 liters here ready to go into the dump truck. Last hay bale was just made. We made 7 of them. Not that many. Not that many at all. And we just made our final grass bale. 12, what is that, 5? Not that many, huh? Not that many at all. And now for the fun part. All of the straw bales. Go, go, go. This is the moment of truth. What kind of bell is gonna pop out? What is that? Soybean straw. Interesting. And the last one is out. How many have we made? So total of 34. So what is that? 22 straw bales? That's a lot, dude. Now, because I wasn't paying much attention whenever it came to the straw, we are going to try to throw one into the animal pen or the cow pen and see what happens there. I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe it'll work. Maybe it won't. I believe it works just fine, but I'm not going to take any chances. So let's go ahead and get the hay put into the silo. There we go. Let's go and pick up our silage, and we'll put that over to the side so that it can ferment. Pricing for soybean straw isn't great either. To sell everything's got it for $129 per 1,000 liters, but I think we've got 1.1 million liters of it, which is good. Still gonna take a little while though. I don't actually know if we could put bales directly in. I think we can. There's a bunch of bales set up, so I'm gonna guess that we can, but I don't actually know if we can. Let's see. Let's do the unloading, please. Oh, it's not unloading for some reason. Oh, no, okay, there we go. So there's that. Drop it. doesn't appear to be working. Time to pick up this last bale right here. I've decided I'm not even gonna try. Not even gonna try. Not even worried about putting these in there with the cattle. We're gonna take these and sell all of them because I need all the money I can get from this sell. Now, I'm absolutely terrified that these are gonna pop whenever I unload them, so I'm gonna move these ramps just kind of out of the way. There we go. They are unloaded and strapped down, and we can come through now and get them all sold. So let's take the straps off. Should start selling. There we go. It's taking a little while longer to actually get them to sell, but the money's going up fairly quickly, which is great news. There we go. Got a couple more selling. Keep them in the sell point. Money's going up. There we go. Boop, boop. And last one. Boop. Oh. A little bit further forward. Come on. A little bit further forward. Well, for some reason, these didn't want to sell. So we're going to do this little number right here where we take them and push them off. That should do the trick. There we go. Drop it right there. And we'll put that one right there as well. Cool. So we got a lot of money there. $142,000 in sold bales? That's what I'm talking about. Lastly, we've got our sale of soybean. Now, the soybean sale is going to be pretty ridiculous. We've got 124,000 liters, which is great news. However, it's selling for $6,600 per 1,000 liters. So we are going to make an absolute pile of money off of this sale, which leads me to think, if we're going to be selling that much, if we're going to be making that much money, we probably need to reinvest a few things into our main farm, into some more cattle so we can make more milk and then buy the dairy eventually. There's just a lot going on. There's a lot going on. We're going to have a lot of money when it's all said and done. So let's see how much money we get after this sale. $819,000. We are now millionaires for the first time in this series, which is phenomenal. But we need to spend that money quickly, very quickly. Of course, we should probably reinvest some of that money into cattle. So we're going to get, I think, maybe just a handful more. Not too much. So I may have bought some more. I definitely bought some more cattle. So now we're up to 70,000 liter intake every single day for food. So they're going to run out of this food in a little more than 2 days. Fortunately for us, we're fine there. We are going to need some more straw because they're going to run out completely. But this gives us a lot more slurry, even though we've got 132,000 liters of slurry. We're doing okay there, man. Something else we may end up doing after getting that is taking care of our seating a little bit. If you guys don't have the seeder that we have, little 9 meter, totally cool. Hey, there ain't nothing wrong with it. Didn't I was about to say, I definitely put slurry in here. I'm interested in upgrading the planting setup a little bit, possibly getting the bigger row. I think it's 16 row. We have a 9 meter now. I think it's like a 12 meter or 16 meters, somewhere around there. Getting that maybe like a case Optum, that would be pretty cool. Maybe some different colors, gray one, something like that. That would be pretty nice. Let's take this. I think the rest of the slurry is going to come out of here. Yeah. We're going to go through and hit all of our fields. We've got a couple fields that need single and a couple fields that need double fertilizer. So we'll kind of go through and try and hit all of those fields if we can. Trying to use slurry for everything makes it a little bit easy. Oh no, I put it in the liquid tank. Crap. As I was saying. There we go. Oh, only 18,000? Oh yeah, that's right. It doesn't hold too much, at least with the slurry spreader version. But we know it still works, so at least it's that. Anyway, we need to reinvest some of that money. I think maybe with a new combine harvester, something a little bit bigger, maybe a Case 88 series, something like that. What are you stuck on, bro? Ugh, come on. Let's go. All right, turn this on. See if we can get some slurry spread. Yeah, definitely going to do all that. We're going to have some new cows here shortly. We're going to have baby cows. I'm not quite sure if we're going to keep them or not. I may have a separate pen just for the baby cows so we can not worry a whole lot about them. I don't know. But there's a lot of stuff that we could do and a lot of options that we have, which is very nice. We're actually doing so good that we may end up having to change this series name from the small dairy farm to Alma Dairy Farm. You can check the title. I may have already done that. Now we've basically got everything we need. I'm going to go ahead and activate me some double application. Activate it. Yeah. And I'm going to fertilize our really, really big field, and then we're going to have to plant something that gives us normal straw, or else our cows are not gonna have anywhere to put the poop. Yeah, and I don't want that. And I don't think you want that either. So we won't worry about that. We will wait until that one to see what we're gonna plant in and see how in the world we're gonna spend this other $1 million we've got. I might have spent some of the money that we got. I didn't go too crazy, but I did get the next size up on the case planters. That way we can use them together. Horsepower ratings aren't that bad. 180 for the larger one and 150 for the smaller one. And the tractors I'm using have 270 and 249. I think we'll be okay. We're going to be planting in field 40. I've gone through, put slurry in all the other grass fields, so we're going to just leave those the way they are. However, field 40 is going to be getting a new crop, rye. Well, that's soybeans. This is rye. We're going to come through here. We're going to put the rye in the ground, and we're also going to come up with a game plan for the dairy because we got $801,000 right now. However, at some point in time, that's going to go up because after only a few hours, we've already got 2,500 liters of milk. If we take a look at the animals that we've got, we have 200 head of cattle that are perfectly fine for making milk right now. And also after 1 or 2 more months, we're going to be getting another 50 brown Swiss bebes. And after another about 5 to 6 months, we're going to be getting some more Holstein bebes. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with the babies once they're born. We may sell them, we may move them. I just don't quite know what we're going to do with them. But at least for now, I think we're okay. We need to get some rye. Is that what I'm planting? No. Oh, it is rye. Yeah. I don't know why, but for some reason I feel like rye was a base game piece of equipment. I'm recording this very early in the morning. Let me just give me a little bit of a break. And there we go. We have passed our 2 passes around, and we're looking pretty good. Let's raise them up, and we'll hire this dude on a worker. This is the largest one that we've got. So we're going to hire it on the part where it's going to work the easiest. I didn't make that clear. It's right here. Straight lines. This dude, though, is going to get some work in, and it's going to start over here. And I have no idea how I'm going to make that work, but I am going to hit one last little headlight across the top. That way, at least we're not wasting time. Could be worse, right? The workers have gotten better in recent memory, so I'm going to do my best to try and get to the point where I could just hire it up, kind of level with these markings in the field. So we'll bring it here, spin it around, and should be able to hire him up on a worker. This is going to take a little while, and it's not going to be the best thing ever. Please hit that spot on the edge. Nice. And let's see, we're running 180 degrees now. We'll turn around, we'll go 90. Should be good. Let's see how far forward he pulls. So far, so good. This looks like it'll be right. It's a very long and arduous way of setting it right there. I feel like he could have just kind of gotten to a point, turned. You see, went all the way down there, backed up, then turned, then backed up again. But you know what? It's working, and I ain't got to do it. All right. Okay, maybe I'm just going to babysit this dude for a while. He's doing it, but boy, oh boy, does it take a while to turn around. I thought this was going to take like half an hour. It's taking like 10 minutes to get all this done. Ooh, look at that. Well, that was nice and easy. Let's jump out there, take a look and see what we got. The whole field is done. Looks like every little bit has been hit. So now all we have to do is wait for little baby cows. New little baby cows. We're in May now, and we've got some growth on our fields, which is fantastic. However, we've got a problem. The cows are currently eating about 70,000 liters of food per day. We've got 89,000 liters left in here, which is good. Well, actually, we have 107, but we want TMR. But the big problem here with our brown Swiss is they're going to have babies at midnight. So that food's going to go up again. This wouldn't be a problem if I could make some more TMR, and I kind of can. We've got plenty of hay and plenty of silage left, but I have no straw because we wasted all of our straw on soybean straw and sold it all. So I had to take out a contract. Now we're going to be harvesting barley. The good thing is we take the straw from the barley and we get to keep it. So that's the whole point of doing that, and it's really not far away, field 35. We don't need the transport, but there is one thing that I did forget. We got some silage bales over here. Totally forgot about these guys. 250,000 liters of silage. I think it would be nice to have this. So we'll go ahead and put these in our silo. There we go. Perfect. Time to rock and roll. This shouldn't take too long. This is also part of a section that I've thought about buying. So this is here, right? Well, this whole section can be bought together for about $325,000. Now, the reason that I haven't done that yet is, well, it takes a while to harvest what we've got, and I really don't want to expand that time any more than I have to. So we're just going to kind of keep it where it's at for now. We'll run 2, maybe 3 passes around this field, and then at that point we should be good to hire him up on a worker and go ahead and get some of the bales off the field. As I've been harvesting this field, I'm kind of noticing something. This poor combine has this header on the front, and I'm not quite sure it's got the power nor the setup to use it. Taking a look, it's got 305 horsepower. That's great, that's awesome. But this doesn't actually tell me how much horsepower it needs. When we compare it to something that's a little bit smaller base game, we take a look and see, oh, the combine's got 449 horsepower. So I'm thinking if we had about another 100 horsepower or so, we'd probably do okay. So go for the 7088 model right here. This cost a little bit of money. It's $312,500. But it does look pretty good and might actually help us out a little bit. We're also going to keep this combine. There's no reason to get rid of it. And hey, if we've got 2, well, that's more than 1, right? That's how math works, right? Right. Let's hook up. Bam! Got it. Let's double check, make sure straw swath is enabled. Yep. We'll enable fast farming. Got that. And then we'll turn it on and let him rock and roll. All right. So after we do that, let's gun it with this one and see if we can keep up. Ow. Ow. I think I just wasted money. Not exactly the best way to do a little bit of karting, but you know what? Hey, if it works, right? So what have I learned today? That the header that we've picked out for combines, well, it's not quite exactly it. My guess is that this header requires a whole lot more power that we're able to run on the 7088 as well as the other guy. I didn't want to overdo it, but I'm thinking, yeah, this combine probably wasn't the purchase to make. Probably needed something with closer to around, well, base game horsepower, about 450. So that's exactly what we'll do. We'll just buy this instead, and that'll be fine. So the 7155, this is a mod. This is not the base game version exactly, but this should do us well. Plenty of power, plenty of power. Yeah, there you go. Big question, do we still have enough room to put our mower in here with both of these combines? I think we do, yeah. Plenty of room, actually. Yeah, that's a good look right there. Now let's get out here with our baler. Don't have access to this field. Whatever. Let's get out here. Let's pick these up and see what we can get ourselves into. So we're picking up straw. We're doing 50,000 liter bales. My guess is we'll probably get about 2 or 3 of them, maybe. All right, well, we got more than 2 or 3. I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5? 5 sounds about right. And we got another 4,900 liters in here. Sweet! 5 was the right answer. Yes, 5 indeed. I don't remember how much this is, though. Let's see. Oh, let's unload it and find out. Strap it down. 250,000 liters. Nice! All right, so we're looking good so far. We need to take everything over to the grain mill. Situated, well, for some reason, the trigger's to the right of it. Grain mill's also giving us the best price, so we'll just sell it all there. Not bad. We got 10,000 extra dollars for that as well, which is pretty cool. And we'll get another 5,900 from that. So there we go. We got $15,000 extra, and we got about 250,000 liters of straw. All right. Now we need to feed our cattle. I'm gonna do my best to run like a 35, 35, 30 mix. However, I think we're gonna have a little bit of problem doing that. Reasoning, 927,000 liters silage. A lot of silage, a lot of hay, not as much straw, but we do have a decent amount of straw. Unfortunately, some of the straw that's showing here isn't actually in our silo because we only have 257,000 liters of straw in here. But I think we are going to go ahead and mix up an entire batch of TMR, 1 million liters. We're going to start with the entire setup of straw. Then we're going to take the halfway point of whatever's left, and that's what we will use as our marker. So we're at 25% now, leaving us 75% more to fill up. All right, so we need about 37% in hay and silage. That's going to bring us up to about 63%, something like that. So let's just fill it up till we get into the high 60s, mid 60s, low 60s. Low 60s. There's 63%. We're still pretty high on everything else, and now we just got to mix it up with silage, wait for the numbers to align, and fill it all the way straight to the top. This should give us plenty of TMR, and bam! Ha ha! TMR. Perfect. We'll go ahead and dump this out. Should be good. Oh yeah. Fill up the troughs. If you guys haven't ever watched, usually the troughs don't hold a lot. Mine do, so it takes a little while to fill up. You can see the animation on these things. A lot of the modders have done a great job of making the animations look super cool on these. This is no different. So 1 million liters. Well, we got 107,000 left. We're gonna put this back in our silo right here. Bam. And we'll save this for a rainy day. Now that all that's done, we can rest. We now have cow babies. Food actually didn't go up too much, which is nice. We're almost at 60,000 liters of milk. That's pretty good. But yeah, here we are. Look at this. We got little babies that are, well, not actually productive whatsoever. So here's an interesting factoid for you. The baby cows that we've got, we have 50 of them. They're $141 each, or worth $141 each, which really ain't too much if I'm completely honest. Yeah, they're going to be giving us slurry. Yeah, they're going to be giving us milk, and that's wonderful. Well, not milk, sorry, slurry and manure. But they don't produce milk, which is kind of the whole reason of having the dairy farm in the first place. So we got to figure out what to do with those babies. You know, honestly, I think we just kind of leave it be. Let's just let the baby cows be baby cows. We'll have a lot of them. We have 250 cows in here already. We'll just have a lot of cows. Rock and roll. We just need to make sure we keep up with the feed. So here's my ultimate game plan. We are going to be going through the end of the year, so we're going to have probably one more harvest to go here. I want to make sure we've got as much milk as possible, and then we are going to buy the dairy. We're going to sell all the milk on one day, and on the same day, we are going to buy the dairy. We've also got a lot of manure that's going on in here. What were we at? 93,000 liters? We could probably sell that because we're only using slurry for the fields, not manure. And there's a really easy way to do this. There's also a reason why I always use the base game manure pit button down. Yeah, all you gotta do is just pull right up to it and then hit a button and it goes right in. It's not too slow. It's fairly quick, all things considered. But it's easy. It's so easy. A couple skill points we could take this to. We could take it to the BGA, but we're not buying anything for the BGA, and we get nothing extra. So I'm just going to take the extra bit that we have, and we'll sell it at the Sell Everything station. Make a little extra cash. Manure never sells for much, so it's definitely one of those every little bit counts instead of, you know, trying to utilize it. That's why you should always use your manure and your slurry. $10,000 for almost 100,000 liters. It's a little for a lot. We are going to continue to monitor the milk process throughout the rest of this year. It is June right now. We should be able to harvest October, October for sure. One more day passed and we're looking good. We're actually only 3 days away from getting our first setup of cows from the Holsteins, which is very cool. I think there's another 50 there. Yeah, there's another 50 there, so we'll have 300 head of cattle at that point. That's so many, dude. And then in another 7 months, we'll have another setup. There's so many cows that we're going to be having. The good thing is, overnight, we got a little bit more milk. Not doubled, but very, very good. 88,000 liters on there now. Didn't we have like 20-some yesterday? That's so much milk. All right, maybe not too bad. Next month now into August, we're at 118,000 liters. It's not awful. Straw is going down quite quickly, though, and as far as I can tell, no manure has been had. So I have no idea what's going on there. But we're still not ready yet. However, the rye is looking pretty good. Check out that. It is okay to harvest the grass now, but I think we're going to wait. We're not going to run 2 harvests this year. So again, weirdly, we're in September now. There's nothing that's growing over here. It's just kind of turned into like a forage-ready crop, so we're not worried about that. Milk is still going up, though, 148,000 liters. That's pretty darn good, enough to be able to sell for sure. Straw is still going down. However, manure, still not happening. So I have no idea what's going on. Maybe we should have left the manure in there. We may not give them straw again, just since we're making so much slurry. We're at 250,000 liters of slurry already. That's insane. This is a little bit better here in October now, and we are looking good. The rye is ready to harvest. I probably could have gotten a second harvest out of this grass at this point, but whatever. And our cattle seem to be doing well too. Let's take a look here. We now have an extra set of Holsteins, so yeah, there's more there. Yearly food is now above 1 million liters, so we're definitely gonna have to monitor all of that. Straw is down once again, but the good thing is all of our cattle are doing just fine, and we're gonna be another 2 months apart from the Brown Swiss and the Holsteins. So it's so many cows. Manure still is nowhere to be found, so I'm not going to worry about that. And we should have more than enough milk to make a good sell. We're at 178,000 liters right now. I would like, as I mentioned, to wait until the end of the year. So maybe December or January, buy everything. But hey, at least for now, we'll be good to harvest. We'll be ready to go. And we got 2 combines. Oh yeah, need another header, don't we? Weirdly, I'm not sure which header actually goes with that other combine. I mean, this is definitely not it. 7150 rice version. So yeah, I have no idea. We get a couple headers here. We have a 7.5 and an 8.5. Let's maybe try something a little smaller. 7.5. Maybe that'll work. I'm not sure. And it's probably gonna be the next one before we find out, because, well, I think we're to the point now where we can say goodbye. But hey, harvest time. Coming up. Stay tuned. And we're back. Harvest is upon us, but we better run fast because it is going to be raining in like 3 hours in game, and I'm leaving it on ×1. Let's see what happens. If you missed the past couple episodes, we've got a lot of cattle now. I mean, there's actually quite a few in here, but whatever that number adds up to. 300. Yeah, there you go. We've also got a lot of milk, 178,000 liters, but we're going to wait until the end of the year to sell it. Straw is also going down, which is a bit of a problem considering that no manure is spawning in there. I'm not quite sure where it's spawning, but yeah, it's not there. And we have over 300,000 liters of slurry, which is fantastic. We also got a new combine harvester in the last episode too, and bought a smaller header for the one that we had. Man, I don't know. Hopefully that fixes things. So here's the game plan. We are going to start our rye harvest first so that I can hire them up on a worker and get them rocking while we go through and get our grass harvested. We're going to be doing the same thing with the grass harvest that we have been doing recently. So the big field to our left right here, that is going to be hay. And then we will take the other fields and make them silage, which should turn out pretty well. Also, this is a super beautiful field of rye just waiting to be harvested. Ooh, I'm so happy we're here. Apparently the worker got a little bit too close to the edge over here, so that's not gonna work very well. Maybe I can hire him up on a worker here. Nope. He just quit. And I'm sitting here running over all my crop. What in the world just happened? I guess doing it myself was the best way to do it all along. I did forget that the first time around through here, especially when we got really close over there to the grain sale point, caused us some problems. If you remember earlier on in the season, we went through and kind of plowed that up and made some extra extensions on the field. Yeah, that wasn't a good idea. After 3 passes all the way around, we're at 70,000 liters on here already. That is so much. Enough to where I actually have to come through and do a little bit of carting already. Wasn't ready for that yet. While we're working on that, because I didn't set the unload speed fast enough, let's jump in here where it takes 10 minutes to start up and hire him up on a worker on the other side of the field. All right, well, there is one hired up. Should be doing good. We did the same thing with the planters last episode and it seemed to work okay, so I'm not gonna worry too much about it. We are gonna need to do a little bit of carting though, so be ready for that. Let's hire this guy up on up. And we should be okay at least to let him do for a little while. And then we get to mow. Oh, I love mowing in the game. It's so much fun. Especially when it's something as ridiculous as this setup. Oh, I love it so much. Let's go and open that up. Bring them around town. Good to go. Check on the front. Yes. Got that in the right spot. Wait, no we don't. That's gonna go in the center. How do I change it? There we go. All right. Now we can actually do some tedding and get all of that taken care of and done the right way. All right, mower first, turn that on, and then our tedder will turn that on and go. Man, tell you what, this has been one of the easiest things ever. Now, of course, I could come through here if I wanted to and do this a different way. I mean, there's mowers that have conditioners built into them. But why do you need that when you got something like this? This is more fun anyway. I should probably move this out of the way real quick. That's gonna become a problem. I should have taken a little bit more time to make this look good because I have just demolished this poor field all with just hay and everything. Ugh, looks awful. But this field is actually looking really, really good. Little close over here, but the new header seems to be working really well on the Case Combine, the old one. And on the new one, everything's working great too. It's kind of hard to complain. This is working out really well. Still need to come up with a better way to get this thing into here. Yeet. There's got to be an easier way than that, right? I mean, come on. Any ideas? A ramp, maybe? Actually, a ramp may not be a bad idea. All right, let's kick everything out towards the outside. Grass, drop it, done, go. Sweet. This is all going to be silage. Finally, we got some action over here on the harvested field. One of these guys is almost full, but don't know which one. Probably the flashing one. This guy. Sometimes you can catch these guys at the very end of a row. Maybe try and get close enough to where the auger will come out and they'll just stop. They'll also do that at the other end of the field too. There we go. Got him. On top of that, it looks like the other combine's gonna need it as well. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come through and just cart for him right here on this end of the field. Man, he slowed down, then he sped up, then he slowed down again, then he sped up again. Probably not in that order specifically, but close enough, right? Close enough. Not only did that work out quite nicely, we were also doing pretty darn good right now. Let's eat out of there. There we go. Combines are getting a little close to each other down here. You know what? I think what I might do is just fire. They're both not coming back. So let's just take this one, since it's empty, and we'll fold them up. Let's see if we can get this last swath coming down through here just a little bit closer to this guy. And once we come pick it up, we can just pick both those up at the same time. Something else I noticed is the smaller combine harvesters left a little bit here and there, and I don't like that too much. So we are going to come through and, well, get all of that. And I could probably do this in first person as well, since it's not too bad. There we go, we got that. I am running straw swath as well, but I really just don't care where it drops it. You can see down through here, quite a few spots. On the top side, we've got some spots here as well. Look at this one. Let's go, bam, 1 liter. And some much larger spots here as well. Oh man, those 4 liters right there. Man, you're making me miss stuff. A few larger pots up here as well. Boom, we got that. And one more here. Boom, we got that too. All right, that is it. That is everything. Let's get this last bit unloaded and see what our total number of rye would be. And it would be 261,854 liters. It's a lot of money. And the sell everything is taking it. I would go to the green sell point or something like that and try and buy something, but honestly, I don't think you can use rye in any of the productions. Or at least none of them have been modified to. Yet selling it's bringing in quite a good amount of money as well. $278,000. We could have done better. We could have done worse. Man, I'm happy either way. Because at the end of the day, it's not the grain I wanted off of this field. It's all of this straw. I guess I could have mowed it as well, but it's a little bit easier to do it like this. That's what I wanted. We're also going to be doing a lot of baling today, which is going to be a lot of fun. I don't know how many bales we're going to be getting. It's going to be a lot. Coming through, getting this grass done now so we can make some silage. Oh, and I got a big surprise for this field. It's a boring surprise, but it's a surprise. All right, we got everything taken care of, and we will yeet that. Ooh, that was a good yeet. Clean it. Now for the baling. We got our Puma 240 on here. You know, it's been kind of nice. Of all the stuff and all of the things that we've done on this series so far, haven't needed anything bigger than this. It's been really nice. As a matter of fact, we could use the other tractor be just fine. I kind of, let's clean that. There we go. That's mod's called Instant Wash, by the way, in case anybody's curious. This is a kind of a nice little setup. Yeah, we do have straw in here, so probably would be best to do the straw bales first. Let's cut the lights on. Let's drop the bell down and turn it on. Yay. Oh, it slowed it down. Oh yeah, that's right. So with this one, if you want to do fast farming and you're doing the 50,000 liter bales, you can, because it physically can't fill up fast enough as long as you've got normal-ish swaths like this. So we have done very, very good on this field. Just dropped another bale. We are creating some of a bale. We really should have picked this up like that, but you know what? there it is. We got some. Made 21 bales. 21 on this field, which is pretty insane considering the fact that that's times 50,000. Oof. Well, this is confusing. It dropped out of... That's a hay bale. Not even part silage. You know what? Whatever. It works. And the last bale is out. I didn't count them, though. There's plenty. I think there's 7. Time to go for the silage bales, and these are pretty simple, but this is why I use the fast bale in the first place. It's just, it makes all of this so easy. I mean, it's just ridiculous how easy this is. Yay. Well, we got 111 liters extra, so I think we're probably good for now. Let's go ahead and fold up everything, turn it off, those lights off of there, and let's go talk about this other field over here. Oh, I should probably pick the bales up first, shouldn't I? All right, here's our problem. We need to unfold, and then we need to get it about right about there. There we go. And we'll unfold everything from there. Boom, 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 boom. Perfect. All right, let's go get the rest of them. Simple enough. Bam. Now we really get to have a little bit of fun. Let's find our slurry. Let's fill it up, and let's go spread some poo. This really doesn't take too long. This is like 110. Hang on a minute. Ow. We must have put that slurry in there at some point because we're showing 405. I was about to say, over here we've got another 312,000. We got more slurry than we know what to do with. Single application slurry for this field right here and the other grass fields. Okay, so we're almost done with this part. Now, I don't know if I mentioned this. We're gonna be taking, oh damn. Totally didn't use that to cheat something else over there on this backside. Yeah, now it's gone. We're gonna be planting grass in here. We've got all the straw that we need, at least for a little while. You got over 1 million liters. We're really not using it that much, if I'm honest. So we are going to not worry about that for a while. We're gonna take some time, probably a whole year in game, and go and just get grass. And that's it. A little bit boring, but it's definitely gonna make what we're up to next a little bit more fun. And now it is finally done. We've got everything taken care of. Let's go ahead and bring this back. I'm gonna dump the slurry out right. Oh, slow it down, baby, slow it down, back it up just a little bit. There you go. We'll go ahead and dump that out of there. We'll go ahead and get some grass planted. But let's first talk about the game plan. As I mentioned, the dream is to be able to get the dairy. Now, the dairy only costs 70,000. We have 10 times that, 11 times that amount of money right now. So we could easily buy it, but we're not going to because I want to be able to sell as much milk as possible at the same time, and then we buy it. So we make the money for the milk, then we buy it, and then we could start making other products. And milk can make some pretty cool stuff, like the butter pallet right here, and cheese. Yeah, it makes cheese as well. So we'll definitely have to figure out how we're going to handle those pallets, if we're going to be doing auto loading or if we're going to be stacking them or if we're just going to be selling directly. Selling directly actually makes a lot of sense. Keeps the shipping and handling charges low. It's time. So we are ready to rock and roll. For some reason it looks different than the other fields, but I think because it's growing, maybe? I'm not, I gotta be honest with you, I'm not quite sure, but it's there. So, let's finish up. Let's come up with our game plan, and you know what? Let's kind of see what happens, because it's October now. It's gonna be November, December, January. It's gonna be March before we're able to do anything. But we're gonna buy something between now and then. Oh, so it was grass the whole time. So does that mean it's changed? Ah, there it goes. Finally worked. We are also like 3 months away from getting the most amount of cows ever. So we're 3 months away from 100 more Holsteins. But after that, we're 5 months away. So another one, 2 months after that, we're going to get 50 more. And then 4 months after that, we're going to get 50 more. And so on and so forth. Oof. But we are doing pretty good, actually, which is nice. Water's looking good. Milk is looking great. We're over 200,000 liters of milk now, which is awesome. All right, 1 more month. And here we are, nice into December. Milk is kind of funny. It's 234, 250. The last couple numbers weren't funny, but the rest of it was. I don't know why, but I always forget to bring these stupid bales in. Let's see if we can pull forward real quick. We'll pick them all up. There we go. And we will drop them into here. Should be able to get like right here and then button. Bam. So I had a thought, and before we do anything wild and crazy, if we're going to be transporting a lot more milk, I thought, you know what? Let's get a truck and a tanker specifically for this. And now the other truck could be used for any of the other stuff that we need to do. But this could be the official milk truck for our business. And I think it's just perfect. It went with a Bachmann blue on everything, and we, of course, went with the same tanker that we have for the back on the other one. So same truck, same tanker, but it's not set up as a slurry spreader anymore. And I got different wheels on this one. I think these look pretty cool. Hey, if we're gonna go new, let's make it fresh. So now's the time. Let's get all of the milk that's in there, which is about 235,000 liters, at least now, because I've sped some time up a little bit. I'm also gonna look in here. I don't think there's any milk in this. Nah, no milk in there. No, I'm not gonna dump it in there. Get out of here. Oh yeah, by the way, I went with a food grade only sticker on there. I don't know if that's the right sticker to put on milk, but I did it. Now's where we get to have the most fun. It was a little bouncy, wasn't it? We're gonna take the milk, we're gonna bring it over here to the dairy, and we are gonna unload. We are gonna unload as much milk as it will possibly let us. Oh, we have made that money. There we go. So we got 135,000 liters left in there. We made $232,000. What up, dude? Who built a snowman out of nothing? We are gonna buy it. There it is. We've got it. And now we have butter and cheese being made. Nothing on chocolate yet because, of course, we can't do anything with that. We've got it set to spawn right now. I think the best thing is going to be to set it to selling, but we do need to upgrade this. So let's upgrade it to level 2, and that should be enough to unload. What did I say? We had 135,000 liters left. That's not going to fit in there. Let's upgrade it to level 3 now. All the milk will fit. And there it is. We have officially started the dairy business, and perfect timing as well, because that is the end of the first set of the series. Thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it, and if you're excited for the second part, hey, let me know down in the comments. Otherwise, just hope you have a good one, and we'll see you in part 2.